And what is good, everyone? Thanks so much for stopping by here once again on Behind the Arc Basketball on YouTube, as we're going double header today, everybody. I actually wasn't sure if I was going to be able to cover this game, but I was able to get home a little bit earlier today, so glad to bring you guys a double header. We're going to start off Pelicans versus Clippers in the first game here, tipping off very shortly, and then after this game, we'll have the Lakers versus the Raptors closing out the night, everyone. But welcome in here on Behind the Arc Basketball on YouTube. I cover basketball action for the play-by-play calls. And man, yesterday, what a game I wrapped up the night with Houston versus Dallas. That game was fire. Like, the shots were dropping left and right in that one. Went into overtime, and the Rockets coming back and getting the victory over the Mavericks yesterday. I also called the Celtics versus Bucks yesterday. But welcome in everybody on the channel. Hey, goody. Thanks so much, man, for stopping by. Cat Fan. Go Pels puts out in this one. Welcome in here, Cat Fan, once again. Big Dog going for the Clippers in this one. Welcome in, man. Hey, Darnell. Thanks so much, man, for stopping by. Colin, what is good? Bradley, what is good, my man? Welcome back here. Ethan the Elk, welcome in here to the channel. Thanks so much, man. Saw one of my videos today, loved it, so he subbed. I appreciate it, my man. Awesome. Thank you so much, man. Hey, Patrick, thanks so much for stopping by, bud. So, yeah, we're just going to get rolling right after Oklahoma City versus Utah. This game is still, right now, playing at the moment. Thunder is just cruising over the Jazz in this one. 105-84. Chris Paul, 18.7 rebounds, 7 assists for OKC in this one. And the Miami Heat got the victory in the first game today over the Denver Nuggets. Jimmy Butler at 22. Heat won by 20, 125-105. Hey, welcome in, Rico here. Thanks so much, man, for stopping by. I can't show the game because if I do so, YouTube will take it down due to a copyright strike. So it's only play-by-play only on the channel here. Hey, welcome in, Vaughn here. I don't know anymore. Thanks so much, guys, for stopping by. But yeah, I can't show the game, unfortunately, because YouTube would take down the stream due to copyright. So it's just play-by-play only of basketball here that I do on the channel. Joe Pino, welcome in here. Hello, thanks so much for stopping by. Hey, Kevin, welcome in here, man. What is good? Yeah, Utah not looking so well today in their game right now, but indeed, man, super glad for sure that the NBA is back here. I appreciate it for stopping by once again, Kevin. Yeah, hopefully, Bradley. I mean, that's the result of our channel growing, which it's going to happen anyways, the classic internet, but it's our channel growing. If I had to predict this one, I'm going to go with the Clippers in this game. Clippers looked really solid without Montrezl Harrell and Lou Williams in their first game against the Lakers, and when they have those two, they can challenge right for the Western Conference Championship there. I think that's going to go 7 in the finals between Lakers and Clippers, but I'm going to go Clippers in this one, and the thing is with the Pelicans, the thing with New Orleans is that Zion was on a minute restriction. He only played 15 minutes in the last game. He's got to play more if they want a chance to win the game. Yeah, they were up by 16 points, by the way, in that game on Thursday. 16 points. They had the lead, and they just blew it. And that one lost to the Jazz by 2. Both of these teams that will be playing today, they both lost by 2 points back on Thursday night, as the Pelicans lost to the Jazz 106-104. Clippers lost to the Lakers 103-101. So Bradley's got the Clippers in this one, 104-98. Why did Bol Bol not play much? I didn't see the game with Denver-Miami. I was out today, but that's too bad. And the result really scores. I thought that would be a close game, but if Bol Bol didn't play that much, he's definitely a good factor to have minutes in for what we saw in the scrimmages, and they should give him much more time. That's too bad, because they lost by 20 today, and I really thought that would have been a competitive game, and unfortunately it wasn't. So we got 2 minutes left to go of Oklahoma City versus Utah, and then we'll get over to the play-by-play in this one. Goody's going to go Clippers as well, 114-97. Who do I think is going to win, Lakers or Raptors? I'm going to go with the Lakers in that game. Lakers have one game on their belt already, so they kind of know what to expect, what to fix up from the game against the Clippers. I'm going to go Lakers in that game. Darnell's going to go Clippers as well, 115-99. He's got for his prediction. We're just awaiting for this game to finish up, and then we'll go to the play-by-play momentarily, everybody. If you guys enjoy what I do, don't forget, hit that thumbs up, hit that like button, hit that subscribe button. But yeah, this is the first game out of a doubleheader. I'll be covering Lakers versus Raptors right after that. Ethan, he's going for the Clippers tonight and also the Raptors. Cool, man. We got about like a minute 15 left to go in OKC versus Utah. And then after this game finishes up, we'll bring it over to this one. I'm going to predict that the Lakers will win that one against the Raptors tonight. That should be a really great game, though. Man, like all the late night games so far, they've been phenomenal. Like yesterday's game, that went past midnight there in overtime between the Mavs and the Rockets, and that was just an incredible game. Bradley's going to go for the Raptors tonight. Yeah, I wouldn't be shocked if it's like basically split as far as who predicts Raptors and Lakers for that game tonight. That should be one incredible game. Clippers 109-107. I don't know anymore to get his prediction. Hopefully this one's going to be a good one as well. Kevin's going to go on the limb here. Say Pelicans in this one. 106-104 to turn it around. Alright, yeah. The key here to the Pelicans in this game, they got to give Zion some more minutes in this one if they really want to get things going here. Instead of saving Zion for next season, they still got to play off the chase right now. They have a chance to be the 9 seed and force the play-in rounds, but right now they fell back to the 11 seed. This is what it looks like as far as the seeding. Memphis at the 8 seed, as the Pelicans are 3.5 games behind Memphis. They're also behind the Spurs as well and behind Portland. Portland is the 9 seed, as they are a game behind Portland and a half game behind the 10 seed, currently San Antonio. New Orleans, the 11 seed. And then Sacramento got the same record as New Orleans, 28-37. The Kings are the 12 seed right now. And then the Suns are 13. That's what it looks like. So we're going to get to this game here momentarily, everyone. Hey, welcome in. The Raptor, thanks so much for stopping by, bud. I appreciate it for coming on here, man. Yeah, LeBron with a huge follow-up against the Clippers on opening night. That was massive there as far as his follow-up. If Montrezl Harrell was into the game, that wouldn't have happened. Harrell would have got the rebounds there, and it would have been a totally different game if Lou Williams had been playing. Clippers would have won that one. So we're just awaiting for this game to get started, actually, in just a moment. I think they started up their camera wrong, that's why. ESPN has the Thunder versus Utah game. Final 8 seconds, and then we're going to go right over to Pelicans here versus Clippers in just a moment, everybody. Alright, there we go. So this game is wrapped up. Thunder winners over the Jazz, 110-94 to final. That means that we're going to get right into Pelicans versus Clippers right now. Don't forget, if you're new, hit the thumbs up, hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, everybody, as we are on Behind the Arc Basketball on YouTube. Clippers going in the white uniforms for this game, red numbers, blue letters for this one. Pelicans going in the dark blue jerseys for this one, white letters and numbers for this one. Starting 5 Pelicans, Jrue Holiday, Lonzo Ball, Brandon Ingram, Zion, and Derek Favors, as this ball gets tipped off over to the Clippers here, as they got their starting 5, Kawhi, Paul George, Marcus Morris, Zubac, and Reggie Jackson as we get rolling. First shot, no good by the Clippers. Rebound here by the Pelicans, first possession. New Orleans now with the basketball. Goes inside, and they're going to get lose control of the ball into the lane. That's a turnover by New Orleans. So, first possession, both of them couldn't do what they wanted to as Brandon Ingram just turned it over. Second possession, now Clippers have it. Kawhi at the top of the key. Hey, welcome in here. Ian, thanks so much for stopping by, man. As that's a jumper taken, top of the key 3, and the Clippers strike first in this one, 3-zip. 11:20 left to go first quarter. Lonzo here, second possession, got the basketball, moves it over to the left wing. Back to the top of the key to Ingram. Ingram now dribbles, free throw circle, takes the jumper, it's up. Hit the back iron, no good, tipped around, out of bounds at the baseline. And it's going to be tipped out of bounds by the Clippers. Pelicans will get it back. If you guys enjoy what I do, don't forget, keep on smashing that thumbs up today. Helps out a ton. Hit the subscribe button as well, and turn on the notification bell if you'd like to be notified for future streams as I cover play-by-play basketball here on Behind the Arc Basketball on YouTube. Off the backdoor cut, they're going to put it up and in for 2 there. That is Jrue Holiday off the backboard and good. 1 minute through first quarter, Clippers with the basketball as they got possession number 3. Paul George takes a 3, and he hits it right there from the top of the key. Paul George, massive game against the Lakers, by the way. Dropped down 30 on opening night for the restart. 6-2 Clippers. Pelicans with it. Zion trying to move it out to the perimeter, and that is just a way high pass out of bounds by Zion as he overshot Lonzo. And it's a turnover by the Pelicans as the Clippers will get it right back. Hey, welcome in, Vegas Vix, man. Thanks so much for stopping by, bud. They have it at the left baseline now. Jumper taken. That's another three. Paul George torching it already from the floor as he hits another triple right there from the left corner. Hey, Diego, welcome in, man. Did I stream the Jazz game? No, I did not. I just got home. I was out with my girlfriend through most of the day. Pelicans take the three. It's off the mark, no good. Rebound goes back to the Clippers. Indeed, man, that was points off the scoreboard left and right in that Mavericks-Rockets game. That was a crazy game. Clippers have it top of the key. Kawhi guarded here by Zion. 9:55 left to go first quarter. They pass it over left wing into the hands of George once again as he is guarded by Holiday. George going to take another three, and man, splash. He is just too good right now from the perimeter. That is a quick timeout on the court. 9:48 left to go in the first quarter. 12-2. Currently the score, and Paul George just lighting it up from the floor. He's got 9 points so far. All 12 points have been by 3-point shots in this one. 3 straight triples by Paul George. Patrick Beverley as well as Patrick Beverley returns to action. Actually, so Patrick Beverley's into the game, and he started off with a 3-point shot to lead the game 3-0. So we're gonna go on a break right now, and we'll be back after this break, everybody. Oh, indeed, Clippers right now, absolute fire for sure. Raptor liking Zion for Rookie of the Year. It's going to be, I feel like, the restart decider between Zion and Ja. If Zion can turn it around here in the restart, he's got this game and then 6 other games remaining if he really wants to make a push. And also, all eyes in the game on Monday, as I plan on streaming the Monday game as well. Pelicans versus Grizzlies. That should be, hopefully, a good game with those two teams. Ethan here, suggestion on the scoreboard. I should add in a bonus here if the team gets into the bonus. That'd be cool. Thanks so much for the suggestion, man. I'll see when I have a chance and take a look at that and see if I'm able to put something there as far as like bonus stuff. I probably have to move like the records maybe to like the left or right. I'd have to see, but thanks so much, man, for the suggestion. I appreciate it. So Vaughn's got his 2 screens right now. Women's golf and the NHL. Glad that he's enjoying sports here today. Sports are back, everybody. Tons and tons of sports, which is awesome. So, if you didn't see the new scoreboard from yesterday here, we're going to go to break. We're going to unveil something right now for everyone in just a moment. Everybody is. We will do. I'm just going to update the scoreboards of what's been going on as far as the games for today. And this is what it looks like as I'm going to transition this over. So these are the scores from what's going on today. As we have the NBA restart. First game from today. Started off, Heat over the Nuggets, 125-105 the final. Jimmy Butler dropped down 22 for Miami as they get the W. And the second game today that just finished up, Thunder over the Jazz, 110-94 the final in that one. And then in this game currently, 12-2 the score. There's 2 other games right after this. Or 2 other games later today, 76ers, Pacers, and then Lakers, Raptors, as I'll be covering that game as part of the doubleheader. Alright, so we are back on here. I'm just going to put that up. There we go. So we are back on. Thanks so much, guys, for stopping by. As it looks like you guys enjoyed the new scoreboard I just unveiled. So if you guys are a first timer, hit the thumbs up, hit that like button, hit that subscribe button as we're going to get back to action. Let's see if the Pelicans can do anything. As we start up once again, Zion in the key, going to move it out left corner. And a step on the baseline out of bounds. Lonzo with his back foot right there on the baseline off the pass by Zion as he stepped out of bounds. So another turnover, not looking so hot right now for the Pelicans in this one. Clippers will get the basketball right back. Hey, welcome in, Blitz. Thanks so much, man, for stopping by. Yes, I'll have a play-by-play of the Lakers versus Raptors right after this game, man. And if you really enjoy what I do, feel free to stop on by for future streams, man, and be a part of the sports play-by-play community. Jumper by the Clippers, no good off the mark. Holiday with the basketball now for the Pelicans. Puts into the hands of Favors, moves it out here to Alonzo, takes the three, and Alonzo hits it from the right wing perimeter. So that is what they needed, a triple, and they got one with Alonzo. 9 minutes left to go, first quarter. They have it at the top of the key. Kawhi going to dribble now. At the top of the free throw circle, puts up the jumper, and he's got it for two. 14-5 to score, 8:45 left to go, first quarter. Inside right there off the cut, that is Favors going into the lane, and Derek Favors will draw the foul, and that's going to be 2 shots coming up here at the free throw line by the New Orleans Pelicans. Stops the clock, 8:42 left to go, first quarter. Yeah, so Vegas Vic's putting out that he thinks about it, that he doesn't know if there's going to be an NFL season. Yeah, I feel like it's going to be so hard to have an NFL season. Like, I don't know how in the world they're going to get through the NFL season. Never mind, they're struggling right now with Major League Baseball. Oh, for sure, Vaughn. MLB is a mess. When you get to the NFL season a month from now, it's going to be even worse. 53-man roster, plus all, like, the position coaches, the head coach. We got quite a bit of older coaches, too, in the NFL. And then they got the film crew, the equipment crew. It's going to be a mess. Second free throw goes down by Favors at the free throw line. Clippers with the basketball. They're going to take a three here. It is up. It is through. 17-6 now. Clippers just too good so far. Pelicans right back at it. Left corner baseline. Dribble. Holiday. Swing it back out. Ball deflected and tipped up in the air, and it's stolen by the Clippers there by Zubac. Puts the ball into the hands of George. George inside. Too high off the glass. No good, but they get their own offensive rebounds. They're going to take a three. Beverly. Got it. Top of the key right there. Knocks it down. That's his second triple of the game. This is getting way out of hand currently. 20-6 to score with 8 minutes left to go, first quarter. Holiday has it, takes the three. It's off the mark, no good by Giroux. Rebound goes back to the Clippers, and Pelicans steal it from behind. Here goes Zion. Inside, Zion puts it up and in off the glass for two. Hey, I appreciate it, Blitz Winger here. Deserve 1 billion subs, my man. Thanks so much for stopping by on the channel. I appreciate it. If you guys enjoy what I do, don't forget, hit that thumbs up, hit that like button, hit that subscribe button as I cover play-by-play here on Behind the Arc Basketball on YouTube. Clippers with the balls. They're going to force the steal on the Pelicans. Here goes the Clippers once again. Up the court in a 2-on-1. Pass up the court to Kawhi, and he jams it down with the right hand. Out of control right now as far as the Pelicans trying to stay right with the Clippers, as it's not happening. A three-point shot. Ingram takes it. He makes it. That was a difficult shot from the perimeter, and Brandon Ingram is able to put this one a little bit closer. 22-11. Paul George has the basketball. Guarded by Alonzo. Gets away. Jumper here at the free throw circle. George. No good off the mark. Rebound goes to Favors and the Pelicans. Hey, welcome in, Ariana. Thanks so much for stopping by. Oh, awesome. So you are Raptor's girlfriends. Yes, he watched my stream last night. Oh, jeez. Oh, my gosh. I am so sorry. That is terrible. Jeez. Oh, man. Prayers to Raptor. Thanks so much for the update. That is awful. Oh, man. Crazy people we have in the world. 22-11 is the score. 6:25 remaining. Oh, my gosh. Oh, man. That's terrible. Prayers. Sending out prayers to my man Raptor. Long-time subscriber in the channel. Oh, man. I know somebody who has an apartment in Providence, and they were stabbing holes right into the apartment, and the two people that I know had to move from the apartment. It's such a crazy world we have. It's so sad. So sad. First shot here at the free throw line. It's up and through by the Clippers. Yeah, Patriots had like 7 players opt out so far. It's just hard to imagine that there's going to be a football season this year. It's really hard to imagine right now. 6:25 left to go, first quarter. Prayers to Raptor, everybody on the channel. Some people are just, it's unfortunate with some people what they do to others. We had it yesterday on the channel. A lot of like trolls coming in on the channel. Pelicans have the basketball. Move it around the perimeter. Going to go inside here. Ingram passes it over to Favors, and We'll have a foul, too. Contact right there by the Clippers on the foul, so stops the clock with 6:10 left to go first quarter. Non-shooting foul was before the shot, so Pelicans will get it back. Favors hands it over to Lonzo. Lonzo now dribbles inside, bounce past the Favors, up in the key, puts up the jumper, no good, but tipped it up the second time, and that is up, and that's through. 24-13 the score, 5:50 left to go first quarter. Clippers right back with the ball. Zubac has it top of the key. Zubac moves it over here into the hands of Marcus Morris. Morris takes the jumper, left elbow, it's up, no good, tipped around, the rebound goes to the Pelicans now. 11-point game, New Orleans basketball. Takes it past the half-court logo. Dribbles inside, trying to move it back outside, and to nobody, imaginary person, as it goes out of bounds. Stops the clock, 5:33, and the Pelicans just out of control with the ball, and quite a bit of possessions here in this one, as they are racking up the turnovers so far in this game. That is turnover number 6 by the Pelicans. And by the way, the Clippers have 0 turnovers so far. So we're going to move on. Timeout, everybody. Thank you guys so much as we show our support here to Raptor for sure. Hopefully that will make a speedy and full recovery. It's sickening what people do. It's really sad with society. But big prayers to Raptor here. And hopefully everything will go well and make a full recovery. Thank you so much, Ariana. Thank you so much. I appreciate it for stopping by. But yes, feel free to keep me updated with what's going on. Thank you so much for stopping by and keeping me updated. I'll be live tomorrow streaming at 3:30 and 8:30. Celtics versus Trailblazers, and then the 8:30 game is Bucks versus Rockets. So I'll be live twice tomorrow, but man, it's just sickening what people do. Really sad. So right now we're just on a break, and then we're going to be back to action in just a moment. Hey, 719, thanks so much for stopping by, finding my channel. I appreciate it. So not looking so hot so far for the Pelicans. Just off to a cold start in this one. Zion with only 2 points so far. The leading scorer only has 3. 3 points by Lonzo Ball, 3 by Favors, 3 by Ingram so far in this game. As far as the Clippers, Paul George is hot. He's got 9 points in this game. Perfect 3 for 3 from behind the arc. 9 points by Kawhi as well. 6 points by Patrick Beverley. Yep, Zion only has 2 points. If the Pelicans want to win this game, they got to give Zion 20-plus minutes in this one. He can't be on a 15-minute limit here for this type of game today. That's not happening. If they want to make the playoffs, push for the 9 seed to force a play-in game, they need to make sure that Zion is able to get more minutes. Hey, thanks so much for stopping by. 719 from Argentina. Awesome. As we grow the countries in the channel. Welcome in, Seba. Thanks so much for stopping by. If you enjoy the stream, feel free to hit that thumbs up, hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, and turn on the notification bell if you'd like to be notified for future live streams here with the play-by-play as I cover play-by-play of basketball on the channel. And I'll be back after this one, Lakers versus Raptors, for the late game as well. So yeah, currently we're just on a little bit of a break before we get back. Yeah, I wish Ethan. They're saving him up though for his future. If he played like the whole game, he just have like such a short career. If he happens to do that like every single game, if he's logging in like 40+ minutes per game. So Diego would fire Alvin Gentry. Still, they have a chance to prove it towards their future. So not yet. It's just they got a bright future ahead of them. They got all the pieces and definitely there to make it dangerous. They just need more minutes out of Zion Williamson. So here we go, back to action. Clippers right with the basketball as they will bounce pass it over now to the right elbow over to Kawhi. Moves it over to George. Paul George with it. Dribbles inside, and there's going to be an offensive foul right before that, away from the basketball, as it's going to go back over to the Pelicans now. 5:21 left to go, first quarter. That is the first turnover of the game by the Clippers, by the way. So, the Pelicans right now with 6 turnovers, and we're not even through the first quarter, barely past the halfway point right now. Lonzo with the basketball, puts it into the hands of Holiday. Holiday passes over to Favors, moves it out to Lonzo. Lonzo, step back three in the air. It's up. Money. Lonzo hits it. Puts it to an 8-point game. 5 minutes left to go first quarter. Clippers with the basketball now. George at the top. See, dribbles now. Makes his move inside. Paul George into the lane. Puts it up. Too strong off the glass. Ton of contact. No foul as the refs say play on. Lonzo with the basketball past half court over to Holiday. Holiday has it, going to wait till the offense sets up. 15 on the shot clock. Bounce pass over to Favors. Now it's going to go over to Ingram. Ingram at the free throw circle. Swings it back over to Lonzo. Lonzo working on Beverly. Makes his move inside. Lonzo couldn't finish, but they're going to get the tip and a little bit of help, as that is good for two right there off the tip and by Derek Favors. 4.5 left to go. 6-point game. Hey, no problem. Thanks so much, Ethan, for stopping by, man. He'll be back in a little bit for Lakers Raptors. I appreciate it, man, for finding my channel and hitting the sub. Thanks so much, bud, and I'll see you later, man. 3-point shot up in the air. Clippers take the three, and they're going to make it there by JaMychal Green, as he is into the game off the bench for the Clippers. 27-18 as we approach the 4-minute mark left to go. Ingram moves it over now, left corner. Josh Hart into the game, as the ball goes back to Lonzo. Lonzo moves it over to Ingram. Takes the three straight away from the top. No good. And rebounded there by Jackson for the Clippers. Reggie Jackson goes inside. Dribble jive. Oh, nice dish around the perimeter. Going to dribble a little bit closer. Deep two. Left baseline. And there's another one dropping it down. That's Marcus Morris that time who hits that one. It's 29-18. Hey, Uncle Pizzle. Thanks so much, my man, for stopping by. Almost a half an hour till midnight here, London time. No problem, man. Thanks so much for stopping by. This channel's up here whenever you guys have a chance. Feel free to stop on by. And I'll be covering your Lakers tonight, by the way. So after this one, I'll be covering Lakers versus Raptors after this game finishes. Who do I think is going to win MVP? I would go with Giannis right now for MVP. Giannis close over LeBron James. But as far as the pieces that they got for the Bucks, it is Giannis who carries Milwaukee all the way. Lob over the top, and that's going to be a jam. Jackson, he is the rookie from Texas, into the game as he throws it down right there. And this is a 9-point game. So Hayes on the court first time today. Clippers going to take a three, and they make a three from the outside. 32-20 to score. Hayes had it inside, moves it back around the perimeter, and that is an open lane right there. Jrue Holiday just going to lay it up and in for two. It's a 10-point game. Clippers with the basketball. George has it. Right elbow. Moves it back out to the left wing. Into the hands of Jackson. Jackson looking around the dribble here. He'll go dribble drive inside with the right hand. Too high off the glass. No good. The rebound goes back to the Pelicans. Pelicans right with the basketball. Going to set it up. Hayes at the top. Hayes couldn't control it. Ball deflected. Stolen here. Clippers on the fast break. One player to beat. Hayes from behind. And they're going to lay it up and in as Jackson beats Hayes to the hole for two more there by the Clippers off the steal. 2:25 left to go first quarter. Pelicans basketball. Dribbling now right baseline. Jumper. Pelicans going to take it. Another brick. That one's no good. From the deep two by Holiday. Gets rebound. Goes back over to the Clippers. Do I speak Spanish? I actually don't speak Spanish, but I took Spanish class like back in middle school. But that's been a while since I've spoken Spanish. But I know like a couple words of Spanish. That's going to be a three right there straight away. Top of the key by the Pelicans. And J.J. Redick will knock it down from behind the arc. He is the key to go for in this one. Right off the bench, he had 21 in the first game of the restart against Utah. 3-point shot, right corner by the Clippers. Off the mark, no good as Patterson's into the game. Missed that one. Minute 40 left to go first quarter. 9-point game. If you guys are new, hit the thumbs up, hit the like button, hit the subscribe, and thanks so much for stopping by. Redick. Pass over to Hayes, back over to Redick here. Redick. Dribbles now, right elbow, try to float it up. He thought he was contacted, but no, as that was an offensive rebound by the Pelicans, and the ball got poked out of bounds. It's going to be poked from behind by the Clippers. Oh, awesome. So Uncle Pizzle's football team for soccer out in England just won the cup there, Premier League. That's awesome. Pelicans take the jumper. It's off the mark. No good. Clippers with a rebound. Minute 20 left to go before the end of the first quarter. Clippers going inside. They Missed the bucket too strong. Gets rebounded back over to the Pelicans. New Orleans with the basketballs. They have it top of the key. Redick, bounce pass over to Hayes. Hayes into the key now. Going to move it back outside. Over into the hands of Hart as he moves it over left corner. Hayes missed the jumper as he tried to follow it up. Couldn't get it in time. He gets rebounded here to the Clippers. Hey, thanks so much for the like, Seba. I appreciate it, man. Thank you guys so much for finding my channel if you're a first timer, by the way. Kawhi at the top, thought about passing it. Going to pass behind the back over around the perimeter to Green. Back over to Kawhi. Deep three. Hand in the face. Hit the front rim. No good as he was guarded by Hart. Ball goes back to the Pelicans. Josh Hart, left baseline dribble, working on Kawhi. Moves it out to Redick. Open three. Took it. Missed it, though. He was a little bit off balance on that three, and that is unlike J.J. Redick there from behind the arc. Kelly usually like 95% of the time make that shot, but he didn't. 9-point game, 16 seconds left to go before the end of the quarter. Clippers basketball with Kawhi. He's got it at the top of the key. Makes his move, dribble drive inside. Oh, nice pass to the right corner. Open three. They got it. Dropping down the triple, JaMychal Green from behind the arc, and the Clippers by 12. 3 seconds left to go. Refs are going to say kicked ball violation by the Clippers here as the Pelicans dribble right past half court. So Pelicans going to have the inbound coming up. 2.8 on the clock. Pelicans to inbound. One last shot coming up right before the end of the quarter. Pelicans to inbound. Going to pass it over to Hayes. Back outside. Three. Jackson in the air. No good. It's off the mark, and that is the end of the first quarter. 37-25 at the end of one. As yesterday's game was a high-scoring affair. This one wasn't too bad either to start off. Pelicans, though, big thing that they got to work on next 3 quarters, ball controls. They've turned it over quite a bit in this game, and that is what's really messed them up. A couple really just errant passes here, just flung in the direction of nobody. As the Pelicans in this one so far, they have turned it over 7 times. The Clippers in this game, they've only had 1 turnover in this one. So right now in a timeout, we'll get ready. Second quarter after this break, 37 Clippers, 25 Pelicans. So, Seba here does not speak English, but he puts out Spanish here. No problem. This channel here is for everybody in the world. Or so I only understand English though. So if you put something into the chats, that's I only understand English. That's the thing. So we're all basically part of the sports play-by-play community. Blitz here. Welcome in, man. But thanks so much for stopping by. As feel free, man, to turn on the notification bell. Come back to future streams to be a part here. As we're all a community. That's what we are. We all are good friends here on the channel. As we all are a sports play-by-play community here. I cover basketball games on the channel. I cover NBA games, also cover college basketball games when they're in action. And also, I covered a basketball tournament 2 weeks ago, and that was awesome. Do I show live basketball? I can't show, like, the live games, like, on the screen, because YouTube would take it down due to copyright, so that's why I wouldn't be able to show, like, the screen. Some people do, and then that video is up for, like, 10 minutes or so, and then it gets taken down. But right now, we're just on break. Yeah, that was crazy, the game against the Mavericks. I was shocked that we didn't, like, get more people yesterday, Vegas Vix. I was shocked about that. The reason why I saw, like, a bunch of people were streaming the same game yesterday. Like, everybody streamed the Celtics-Bucks game, and then everybody continued when the next stream, Rockets versus Mavericks. Like, there were so many people streaming those games yesterday. That's why, like, all the views were, like, split up and everything. So that's why I had, like, 30 people at the end of the stream, and that game went into overtime. Imagine if, like, nobody streamed that. That would have been crazy. That would have been, like, Louisville versus Kentucky back in December, or Duke versus UNC when nobody chose those games, and I was the only one streaming, and we had, like, over, like, 400, 500 people coming in, like, late in that game. Yeah, hopefully we keep it that way, Bradley, here, but that means that the channel just is, like, growing and stuff like that, so of course, you're going to have to overcome obstacles here on YouTube. I know about that, but as far as handling it, like, properly and everything, that's the big thing here, is that just going to keep on rolling with the punches and keep on moving forward, no matter what happens. So right now, we're just on a break, 37-25 to score. We're going to go a little bit of an update here for everyone, what's going on throughout the league. We'll keep you guys updated tonight with that. Yes, my favorite team, by the way, is the Celtics as well, Blitz. So, Blitz has something in common with me. Awesome, man. So, I am a Celtics fan, by the way. I'm from Massachusetts. Big Celtics fan. Big New England sports fan. Alright, that was a scoreboard update for everyone. We're going to get to quarter number 2 in this one so far. 37 Clippers, 25 Pelicans. Pelicans with the basketball. Zion right back into the game as he tried to drive into the lane with the ball, and it was too strong off the backboard. No good by Zion. Rebound to the Clippers. They have it into the hands of Kawhi at the top. We get a quick foul here picked up on the court. As for the Pelicans, into the game now, Nicolo Melli, as he picks up the foul, stops the clock with 11:43. Inbound here for the Clippers. As they move it around the perimeter to the left wing into the hands of Kawhi. Clippers get the basketball. Kawhi, left baseline, moves it out to the right corner. That ball deflected, as that pass was by the Clippers by JaMychal Green. Tried to get it around the perimeter to Patterson, got deflected out of bounds by the Pelicans. Alright, I will take note of that, Vaughn, if that ever happens on this channel, if that name ever comes up. Thanks so much for the notice. 11.5 left to go. Inbound coming up here for the Clippers. They're going to move the ball to Kawhi. Going to dribble up, take the three, top of the key. It's up, and it's good. That was difficult how that play was designed there, as they were all the way to the back edge of their front court, but able to get the ball to Kawhi in time, escape the pressure on the defender, and take a deep three and hit it from the top of the key. Pelicans right back with the basketball, and we got another foul here by the Pelicans. Yeah, it was Redick who tried to go for the steal, just completely went for the steal. Missed Kawhi, though, as Kawhi handled the basketball. Pelicans just keep on turning it over. That's turnover number 8. Clippers with the ball, 11 minutes left to go. Second quarter, 3 in the air, off the mark, no good. But it gets deflected out of bounds. Zion couldn't properly handle the rebound as he tipped it out of bounds to the baseline, and that's a gift to the Clippers, as they will get the possession back with the ball and inbound it. Yep. Yeah, we try to make the best content for you guys on the channel. That is one thing for sure. 15-point lead by the Clippers. Kawhi gonna take the three, and a lot of contact from behind, and he's going to the line shooting 3 shots. Completely foolish Josh Hart from the perimeter, as Josh Hart fell for it, went for the block, jumped up in the air for Kawhi, and Kawhi absorbed the contact right there as he was in his shooting motion right on the right elbow. Yeah, Hart tried to go for the block, and Kawhi will shoot 3 at the line. Yep, Bad Dog is the man. He's the man. He covers like all the Lakers games, basically. He covers a bunch of New York Giants football as well. He's a huge Giants fan. First shot's up. First shot's good at the free throw line. Yeah, there's some really good streamers here on YouTube. Sir Cardinal for basketball is really good as well. My man, Little Man Knows Sports, he's awesome. Glad that I was able to help him out quite a bit. I was able to help him out with his scoreboard and stuff, but I remember he started seeing that I streamed games back in 2019, and then Little Man Knows Sports started covering games, and his channel just absolutely blew up. He's been a long-time subscriber, though, on this channel. I think he was, like, subscriber number 15. Pelicans going inside on the dribble drive. They missed it, though. No good by Zion. He's having a rough game so far. Kawhi with the basketball. He has at the free throw circle for the Clippers. Kawhi dribbles back out at the right wing, guarded by Hart. Kawhi going inside, bounce pass to the right corner, over into the hands of Green. Green going to take the 3, but he stepped on the baseline. So turnover by the Clippers, 10:29 left to go, and the basketball goes back to the Pelicans. Quite a bit of turnovers in this one so far. If you guys enjoy what I do, don't forget, hit that thumbs up, hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, everyone, as I cover play-by-play basketball here on Behind New York Basketball on YouTube. This game, actually the first quarter, by the way, this first quarter really flew by super duper fast as far as the first quarter compared to yesterday's game with a start and stop stop with a Mavericks versus Rockets game. Pelicans have it. JJ fade away from 3. It's no good off the mark, but we get a foul as JJ falls down, and he's going to go to the line, shoot 3 coming up for the Pelicans. So Uncle Pizzle keeps up with me and Bad Dog. That's cool, man. Bradley follows Sir Cardinal. He's the man. Sports Fury is absolutely awesome. That's the like before I got into the streaming stuff, I used to look at Sports Fury, and they were like an inspiration to me because they were like the only play-by-play streamers like a couple of years ago before everybody started out doing this stuff, and I was like, dude, this is dope, and they got me hooked on it. First shot good at the free throw line by JJ. Second shot here by Reddick. That one's up, that one's through. Hey, welcome in. Ace here. Thanks so much, man, for stopping by. So you actually didn't like the pick with Zion. I feel like they just need to give him some more minutes here. That's the problem with the game against Utah. They needed to give him much more minutes, and they would have won that game. $10-11 left to go, second quarter, 14-point game currently. And yeah, Rocha is on, he's on quite a bit with Sports Fury and Sir Cardinal. That's how he got started there. 10 minutes left to go right now. That's a missed three-point shot. No good by the Clippers. Rebound here goes to the Pelicans. Melly sets the pick into the hands of Jackson. Gonna move it out to Melly. Shot fake. Goes inside. Melly into the lane. Puts it up, and it's good for two right there with the right hand. Puts it to a 12-point game currently. 42-30 to score. Don't forget, hit that thumbs up, hit that like button, hit that subscribe button as I cover basketball here on Behind the Arc Basketball on YouTube. Kawhi with the basketball now for the Clippers. Dribbles at the left wing perimeter. Now he moves inside. Kawhi going to take a difficult jumper. No good, though. Hit the front rim. Rebound goes to the Pelicans now. Pelicans with the basketball. Going to move it up the court. Zion right there. Jams it down at the left baseline as nobody covered Zion as he was all alone behind the defense. Slammed it down for two. Timeout taken now on the court. 10-point game. 42-32 here as we'll be back. A couple moments, everyone, as we're on Behind the Arc Basketball on YouTube. So right now, 9:24 left to go. Update here, box score, what it looks like. Clippers leading the way. Kawhi with 14. And then after that, Paul George with 9. He made three straight three-point shots early on in the first quarter. And then 6 points off the bench by JaMychal Green. 6 points by Patrick Beverley. As far as the Pelicans, leading scorer tonight, 6 points by Lonzo Ball, 6 by JJ. 4 points by Zion so far, and 4 by Jrue Holiday. Oh, wow, Cole Bean has like 60 accounts. Yeah, that's somebody who I'm definitely going to keep an eye on for sure, Vaughn, as far as shouldn't have that many accounts, and who knows what he does with those accounts. So Vegas Vic's list out his favorite streamers here. Yup, my man Bobby, he's the man, Butcher's Block. Awesome content, Low Minnow Sports, Bad Dog, awesome. Sports Fury is like the biggest one on YouTube. They have over 80,000 subscribers. They've been doing it for quite a while, and they get like their Super Bowl streams and stuff like that. Those are massive, like NBA playoff streams. Like the Sports Fury has massive streams in their channel. I think I did. I'll let you know, Bradley, because I think Eric, who's he usually comes into my channel quite a bit, but he joins Rum Boys a lot because Rum Boys does play-by-play as well. His name's Eric. He goes in the Rum Boys Fantasy Network channel quite a bit, but he's a big Louisville Cardinals fan and also a Cincinnati Reds fan. For football, he likes the Steelers, I think. But if I can find his channel, I'll let you know. Because YouTube doesn't have like the channel search thing anymore. They used to have like the 3 dots that you can go to and then go to that person's channel and see them. Instead, you have to type it out, and sometimes it's kind of tough because there's so many people by the same name. But if I find a channel, I'll message you on the Discord about that, bud. Hey, Alex here. Thanks so much, man, for stopping by. Yeah, I heard that. That's just unfortunate. So Matt Stafford placed on the reserve list. I don't even know, like, how in the world they're going to have a football season this year. They're not playing in a bubble. Players are taking planes to the games, and in this, like, day and age, like, in the year 2020, you need to play in a bubble until a vaccine comes out, and the NBA has shown why they've been so successful so far, playing inside the Disney World bubble, so strict, but you got to do it to stay like this, because if you're not strict like the Major League Baseball and just fooling around about it, you're never going to be able to finish the season. And now Manfred thinks that the season can be finished. And heads up to the NFL now is I have no clue how in the world you're going to finish that. because there's way more players in the NFL than MLB. And it is a full contact sport, whereas baseball, you got positions that you can socially distance at all the positions, where football, tackle, 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 going at each other. And I have no clue how they're going to even do that. Yeah, so Alex puts out he hopes that Matthew Stafford stays, doesn't opt out. This is, I feel like the Patriots already have 7 players who's opted out. This season is just like a lost football season, basically. Patriots have the most players as opted out of any team so far. So 42-32 is the score. We're going to get back to action. But if, like, star players, say if, like, Stafford opts out, say if, like, really big star players opt out, it's going to be terrible quality for the NFL this season. It's going to be bad. Alex puts out, big Cubs fan he is. Go Cubs go, as he wants Cubs to fly to W this year like they did in 2016. Oh, wow, last day to opt out for the NFL, Alex puts here. He hopes that other players from the NFC North, not from the Lions, of course, opt out, but none from the Lions. Free throws coming up at the line by the Clippers. First one's up, first one's through. Kawhi at the free throw line. Hey, welcome in, Ryan here, man. Thanks so much for stopping by. Yeah, like, over 20% of the games so far for Major League Baseball have been postponed. And, this is just going to be a train wreck for, the NFL. Like, I have no clue, honestly, how in the world the NFL is going to get through a full scheduled season. Tackle football, contact sport, 53-man roster, taking planes to the games, whereas, like, Major League Baseball at least split it up into divisions, and they social distance, and they can't even do that correctly. Pelicans got the steal, and they're going to put it up and in off the backboard for 2. Clippers right back as they pass it over, corner 3. Going to take it from the left corner. It's up and through by Reggie Jackson. Hits the 3. 13-point game currently. Don't forget, hit that thumbs up, hit that like, hit that subscribe if you guys are new to the channel. Pelicans right back, 8.5 left to go. A 3 taken, Melly. No good off the mark. Rebound goes right back over to the Clippers. Hey, welcome in here. Din, thanks so much for stopping by. Am I going to take the vaccine when it comes out? It probably depends. I'm going to have to research a little bit more about it. I really would like to do so, but as far as, like, rushing that stuff, I'd rather have it be, like, a safe vaccine instead of, like, a rushed one or so. But it's probably going to come out to, like me and my age group last, as the Clippers hit another 3 left corner, knocks it down from behind the arc. It says 50-34. I'd probably get, like, the vaccine last out of everyone on, like, the list, because I'm gonna be 25 next year. I feel like the 20s and 30s, people that's, like, 20s and 30-year-olds are probably gonna get it last. They're gonna have to give it down to, like, the older folks first, like, out to, like, nursing homes, 80s, 70s probably first, and then make their way down to 60s and 50s, and so on. 50-34, now the score. Clippers with the basketball as they have it at the left wing. Dribbling that ball for the Clippers, going to take another 3, it's up, and money. Hits it from behind the arc right there. That is Patrick Beverly with another 3, torching it up from the floor, and this game is a blowout currently. 53-34 to score, 7:17 left to go. As Alvin Gentry will take a timeout for the Pelicans, and things not looking hot so far in game number 2 for New Orleans either. So, Patrick Beverly getting going. Also, as far as Kawhi, he's the leading scorer right now for the Clippers. He's got 16. And also in there, Reggie Jackson, he's got 11 so far in this game. Patrick Beverly right now, he's got 6. Paul George with 9. So Cubs Pirates tonight. Alex looking tonight for the Cubs W over Pittsburgh. Oh, awesome. Yeah, I've heard JaVale McGee's vlogs on YouTube are awesome. That's great. I know I've been keeping up with Matisse Thybulle a little bit as well. He's got some great vlogs that he's done inside the bubble. So right now we're just on a little bit of a break, everybody. We're going to be back here in just a moment, everyone. Behind the Arc Basketball on YouTube. I'll update the scoreboard update for everyone. New addition to the channel just starting yesterday. So we'll get that scoreboard out just a moment. Yep, no Olympics. Hopefully, we'll hope for the best in 2021 that the Olympics hopefully happen to come back by then. Just going to do a scoreboard update for everybody. These are the games that's going on so far today, as it looks like this, as we will update the scoreboard. This is what it looks like so far. First game, the Heat over the Nuggets by 20, 125-105 the final. Jimmy Butler scored 22 for Miami in the W to start off their restart. As far as the Thunder, they got the victory today over the Utah Jazz, 110-94 the final. The Thunder currently the 5 seed, just over Houston, as Houston pulled in the 5 seed, and we're looking for a Thunder loss, but Thunder able to get the W today against Utah in that game, as OKC, they're only a half a game behind Utah. Utah 42-24, OKC 41-24 right now with their record. And then Clippers Pelicans, this one live as I'm covering it play-by-play this one, and it's all Clippers so far, 53-34. There's another game tipping off really soon. 76ers taking on the Pacers. That one tips off in less than 10 minutes, and then I'll be back for the game after this one, Lakers taking on the Raptors tonight around 8:30 p.m. Eastern Time. So now we are back here, everybody. That is a new addition right there to the channel. Scoreboard updates that I'll keep you guys posted throughout, as we're going to get right back in just a moment after this timeout. If you're new to the channel, don't forget, hit that thumbs up, hit that like, hit that subscribe button, everybody, as I cover play-by-play. Jason Kipnis, first home run with the Cubs is one he'll remember always. Oh, yeah, you'll always remember your first home run in the big leagues. Yeah, so Vegas Vix, Matisse Thybulle has his own YouTube channel that he's been posting his vlogs on as far as what's going on in the NBA bubble. He was doing one his first episode. He tried to fly a drone outside of the Disney bubble, but it was kind of like getting suspicious and stuff, so he had to shut down the drone. Zion currently right now, as he is on the bench for the Pelicans, not in the game. 7:05 left to go, second quarter, as the Pelicans right now are down by 19 points. Not looking good at all. Zion with 10 minutes, 6 points, 3 for 7 from the floor. He also missed a pretty easy layup. So you get back to action. Redick dribbles left baseline, as we get a lot of contact there, and a foul with 7:02 on the clock. It's going to be a Clippers foul, and J.J. Redick will go to the line and shoot 2. Patrick Beverley picks up the foul. Beverley thought they was going to take the charge right there, and it was close, really close there. Refs are going to say blocking foul though by Beverley. So Pelicans going to the line, shoot 2. Redick at the line. First one's up. First one is good. Got it. Oh, wow. An F1 driver happened to test positive. And that's no contact there with F1. Second shot, it's up and through. But, yeah, it can happen if, like, the F1 driver goes out to, like, public places and maybe encounters like a lot of people. Like, the more people, the more at risk you get. Second shot was good at the line by Redick. 53-36 the score, and there's 7 left to go second quarter. Jumper for a deep 2. Kawhi no good off the mark. Ball tipped around. Zubac gets the offensive rebound off the pinwheel around right there and jams it down with a two-handed jam. Pelicans got to work on that. They need to work on boxing out right now, as they are struggling big time in this game so far. 6:32 left to go second quarter. We get a foul here, picked up by Beverley. Clippers pick up a foul away from the basketball as the clock stops. Vegas Vic sneaking into the Disney bubble. They are so strict. They are so strict for the Disney bubble. You're talking about, like, undercover stuff that is probably, like, underneath there. As far as, like, all the security people, it must be, like, tons of security out there. Pelicans went to the free throw line. First one was no good. Second one was good. 55-37 the score. Clippers right back with the ball. George dribbles around the perimeter. Bounce pass over to Zubac into the lane. Put it up, and he's going to get fouled and go to the free throw line. Shoot 2 now for Zubac. Clippers shooting 2 at the line. Stops the clock. 6:18 remaining. A lot of problems so far by the Pelicans. Defensively, they just cannot keep up. Cannot rotate defensively enough in this game so far. So far in this one, a lot of turnovers as well by the Pelicans. Just a rough game. First shot, no good. At the line by Zubac, 55-37. Checking into the game, Derek Favors coming into the game right now as he'll replace Nicolo Melli as he heads over to the bench. Shot number 2 coming up at the line, Clippers. This one's up and through at the free throw line there by Zubac. Puts it back to a 19-point game. That should be a great game for sure tonight, Alex. I'll be streaming that game right after this. LeBron's going to have to carry the Lakers. Him and AD. They want to get the W. Pelicans passing inside. Ball deflected. That was a scrappy steal right there by the Pelicans. But they dove trying to go with the basketball out of bounds. It was close to out of bounds, but Patrick Beverley took a timeout. That was really, really close. What a steal. Zubac was in there. Beverley diving out for it. Yeah, that's a clean steal, and he took a timeout. Close to the baseline, did not go out of bounds, and we're going to go to a timeout there. So, heads up defense by Patrick Beverley. Wow, what a steal. Lonzo tried to pass that one right in the key. Ball is deflected. Zubac had a hand on it. Beverley had a hand on it as well, and Beverley never gave up, chased it, dove to the ground, was able to stay on the court, and he called a timeout. That is solid defense right there. Everything going the Clippers' way tonight so far. 56-37 the score. Clippers outscoring the Pelicans second quarter right now in this one, as it's 19-12 in the favors of the Clippers. That's not good at all. 25 players so far testing positive in the MLB. Majority of that's from the Marlins. A good amount of those as well are from the Cardinals, as the Cardinals are getting out of control right now. St. Louis is like becoming a hot spot. I was talking to somebody at work, and he has ties back to St. Louis, that he used to work in St. Louis, and he lived in Missouri before he moved over to Massachusetts. And yeah, he was telling me that back in Missouri that nobody is doing their part right now, and the cases are just completely getting out of hand. Alright, we are back to action. 56-37 the score, 6 minutes left to go, as the Clippers will get the basketball right there after the timeout. George moves it back around the perimeter. Shot fake Kawhi. Goes inside with a pro hop. Passes over right corner. 3 up in the air. George got it. Paul George with a triple from behind the arc. And the Clippers are on money tonight here. They're up by 22. Largest lead of the game so far. Pelicans with the basketball. Right baseline. They got it. New Orleans has it. Dribbles now inside. Holiday moves it back to the left corner. Ingram takes the 3. He is gutted. Much needed. As far as a three-point shot in this game, New Orleans needed that one. 59-40. Clippers right back with the ball. George dribbles now inside. Moves it back to Kawhi at the left corner. Kawhi has it guarded by Lonzo at the left elbow. Kawhi dribbles inside. Goes in there. Rolls around the rim, and it's in for 2. Too good. The claw Kawhi, as he puts it for 2. Up by 21. 5 minutes left to go. Ball stolen. Here to go. 2-on-1 fast break. Bounce pass to the right baseline. And the pass it inside the key off the cutter. They got 2 more. Marcus Morris right there puts it up and in off the glass. The Clippers are just lighting it up from the floor so far. 20 points off of turnovers, as the Pelicans got to play basketball better than this. Pelicans take a 3. Brick City missed that one. The rebound goes back to the Clippers. 4.5 left to go. Kawhi gets past Ingram. Kawhi, jumper, free throw circle, hit the front rim, no good. And Lonzo gets the rebounds. Pelicans right back with it. Timeout. Or we get a stoppage in time here. Stoppage in time with 4:30. Uncle Pizzle thinks that LeBron should sit out tonight. I think you gotta get LeBron in this game tonight here. You're taking on the Raptors here. You want to gauge where you are against one of the best teams in the Eastern Conference. Number 2 seed in the East with Toronto, and they have the best defense as far as fewest points allowed this season in the NBA. That you gotta see where you are, and with the Lakers, and you need LeBron in this game if they want to get the W, because AD cannot do it himself. Kyle Kuzma was great on Thursday, but they need a whole lot more from the bench. Dion Waiters as well did a nice job. Just need a whole lot more from the bench, though, from their other contributors. Zubac was fouled. He's at the free throw line. First one was a miss. Second one, that one is good by Zubac. Kawhi's out of the game right now. Pelicans with the basketball. Pelicans have it top of the key. Holiday. Bounce pass over to Moore. Each one Moore off the mark. No good. Tipped around. Rebound to the Clippers. Clippers with it with Jackson. Jackson now with the ball, dribbles. Left baseline, Reggie Jackson moves it out, right corner. 3, taken, difficult, got it. Sham it into the game, he hits the 3. This is out of control, 67-40. 4 minutes remain before halftime. If you guys enjoy what I do, don't forget, hit that like, hit that subscribe, and this is just, man, ferocious defense so far here by the Clippers all over the court, swarming to the ball. They steal it, going inside. He had a 3-on-1, and Morris going to put it up and in off the glass. Gentry calls a timeout for the Pelicans as this game is out of control. 29-point lead. They got 69 on the board, and we're not even at the half. Threes are raining here by LAC in this one as we're going to take a break. This team, if they keep it up like this by the Clippers, oh my, they're going to be so tough to beat. So tough to beat. And they're doing this tonight without Harrell and without Lou Williams, the 6th man. Both of these players have played like the 6th man this season, and Montrezl Harrell out of this game. Prayers to Montrezl Harrell, by the way. His grandmother found out less than 24 hours ago that his grandmother passed away. Prayers to Montrezl Harrell. Lou Williams, of course. Unfortunate what he did as he went outside the Disney bubble to Atlanta, Georgia, and he went to a nice club out there, took a picture with a rapper out in the club in Georgia, and one of the club dancers did a dance specifically for Lou Williams, and yeah, he got put in 10-day quarantine because of that. So we missed the last game. He also happened to miss this game as well. Hey, welcome in, Alex here from the DMV Sportsnet. Thanks so much, bud, for stopping by. I appreciate it. Yep, JaVale McGee cannot do it all himself. They're going to need a ton of help for the Lakers. Need everything they got tonight here. And if LeBron sits, which he shouldn't, they're going to need even more help. They need everybody. LeBron and AD will go off, but they need some more help outside of that. So we're back to action, 69-40. Currently the scores. This game is just out of control. Clippers just red hot from the floor right now. Pelicans take the 3. It's off the mark. No good as Lonzo misses that one. Rebound goes to the Clippers. Paul George has the ball. Now over to Morris here. Morris going to take the 3. It's up and splash. Marcus Morris hits it from behind the from behind the arc. 72 points. 72-40. This game right now is just total blowout. Pelicans. Right corner, Ingram takes the 3. That rim not friendly. Rebound by the Clippers. Oh, one man got back on defense. The rest of the team didn't. Clippers go inside. They're lucky there as they had the fast break all set up for them. The Pelicans were so lucky defensively, and the Clippers got fouled as they're going to go to the line and shoot 2. AD is the big man for the Lakers, Alex. First shot coming up at the line by the Clippers, as this game is just absolute blowout. Reggie Jackson shooting 2 at the line for LAC. It's good. Yep, classic John with his streams when the viewers always ask, can you show the game? No, I will not show the game, and it turned into his whole new merchandise stuff that he has out that he put up on merch. No, I will not show the game. 74-40 to score. This is an absolute blowout here. 34-point lead. Pelicans with the basketball. Lonzo into the key. Nice feed over Favors. Gonna need a bunch of those in the play defense if they really want to get back into this one, as they are trailing by 32. This is bad as far as a game in the bubble. This is just a really outrageous game so far. Clippers just too good. Lob over the top. As George tried to put into the hands of Zubac a little bit too wide, as Zubac missed it off the rim. They got lucky there for the Pelicans. Pelicans basketball. Lonzo dribbles. He has it at the right elbow. Makes his move inside. Too far off the glass. No good. A rebound here by the Clippers. Clippers going to set it up. Spin move past the defender. Puts it up. No good. That was a clear lane for Jackson. Jackson falls hard next to the basket, but able to get back up. Pelicans have the ball now. Etuan Moore with the basketball as he goes inside. Reverse hand. Couldn't fall. Tipped around. The rebound by Paul George. This is rough. Pelicans can't hit anything. They can't play defense either. Ever in this one so far. It's been rough. It has been rough so far. Clippers have it. Dribble drive inside. George floats it up. Air ball as he wanted a contact, and looking at the ref like there was a foul and couldn't get it. Going the other way, Pelicans off the rebound. Moore, left baseline jumper. No good. They are cold. Cannot hit a shot by the Pelicans. Clippers with it up the court. Corner. George, shot fake. As he works on Ingram. George going to set it up. Minute and a half left to go before halftime. George takes the three. Off the mark. That was close, no good. Rebound goes to the Pelicans. If you guys are new, hit the thumbs up, hit that like, hit the sub. Who's my least and favorite team? Blitz puts out. Tizzy puts out as the Lakers here. I've never been a Nets fan, so I put the Brooklyn Nets just Kyrie ditching the Celtics to go to Brooklyn. As that ball is intercepted, Clippers get the steal, and they're going to cash it in for two off the fast break, up and in off the backboard of Reggie Jackson. Under a minute left to go. Jackson with 15. 76-42 and a classic beatdown so far in this one. Pelicans take the jumper. It's up. And finally, they hit a jumper there for two. Jumper goes down by that shot right there by Derek Favors. Clippers with the basketball, going to slow it right down. George has it past the half-court logo. Thanks so much, everyone, for stopping by the way, today. I'll be back for the next game, Lakers versus Raptors tonight, covering play-by-play for that one after this one concludes, but I love to call close games. This one has not been a close game today. 33 seconds left to go. Paul George gets fouled, and the Clippers will go to the line and shoot two free throws coming up. Yep, Bradley's going to turn off this awful game off his TV. Oof. This is just rough. Rough game. Paul George now at the line. And to note, this is without Montrezl Harrell and Lou Williams playing right now for the Clippers. And this is a beatdown. This is a beatdown right now. So Alex predicts he's going to predict that AD is going to drop down 40 tonight against the Raptors. LeBron's going to score 20 with his prediction tonight. First shot was good by George. Second one coming up at the free throw line. That one's no good off the back iron. Rebound Pelicans by Ingram. Ingram with 30 seconds left to go before the half. Going to need a bunch of points here. Down by 33. 8-second differential shot clock and game clock. Ingram has it down to 18. And we got a foul. It's going to be a foul away from the ball. Clippers pick up the foul. And Pelicans will go to the free throw line. So Pelicans now in the bonus shooting shots. Derek Favors going to the line right now for New Orleans. Talk about just not showing up with the energy level today. That is what has happened today for the Pelicans. Not showing up at all with the energy level. They are completely flat coming out on the court in this one. They are just not gelling. They are just overtired. Looking severely flat. Mental lapses all over the place. And you really got to consider what this team had for breakfast in their hotel today. You got to look back at that because this team was just simply not ready to play this game in the first half. Clippers just out-handling them all over the place. Clippers got the rebound off the missed free throw. 3 seconds left to go. George with a second. Dribbles now, and he's just going to dribble out the clock. What are you doing, Paul George? He forgot that there was a shot on. Forgot that the game clock was down to under like 3 seconds left to go, and when he was going dribble jive into the lane, whoopsie, time expired. So that did not go according to plan, but anyway, won't even matter probably throughout this game unless there's a massive comeback in places. This is a blowout. 77-45 at the half in this one so far. All Clippers. Did not expect it to be like this, though. I thought it'd be much closer than this. Still predicted that the Clippers would get the W, but thought it'd be much closer than this type of game. But still got the second half of basketball. 24 minutes remain currently at the half. And the Clippers have outscored the Pelicans in that second quarter, 40-20 in quarter number 2. And they put up a 77 spot at halftime. So Alex predicting 110-102. Lakers over the Raptors tonight. And more of a defensive game there as far as that one. F1, they're going to go to Germany, Portugal, and then the third race in Italy. Awesome. So yeah, F1 just not going to be racing over here in the U.S. anytime soon. There should be like a mercy rule. I agree with you, Bradley. There should be like a mercy rule for basketball, like after 3 quarters. If you're losing by like 30 or more, just call it. if it gets like out of control like that. Shaq at one time, he called Montrezl Harrell, Montreal Harrell, classic there. DMV putting out. So right now we're just on a break so far in this one. We're gonna update you guys with the box score and everything in this game. By the way, I'll be covering the Pelicans versus Grizzlies game in their next game on Monday. Hopefully better luck for the Pelicans there in that one. After this one, I'll be covering Lakers versus Raptors. Then tomorrow, I'll be covering Celtics versus Trailblazers, 3:30. And then Rockets versus Bucks at 8:30 for tomorrow. And then as far as the rest of the week, I honestly have no clue because we're supposed to be getting a terrible hurricane. We might not have power for like over a week. If that hurricane happens to hit us square on. Right now it's projected to hit anywhere between New York City and Providence, so we are on the lookout here in Massachusetts for that hurricane. And I live really low in Massachusetts too. I live on like the south coast of Massachusetts, so close to Providence. It's not like I live like up in like northern Mass, like up towards New Hampshire and Vermont. So we get hit pretty hard if there's like a coastal storm, and this one looks like it's coming right at us. Pelicans right now, indeed, they're just getting absolutely whipped apart in this game. It's not even close. This is unfortunate. But yeah, if you guys are new to the channel, feel free, hit that thumbs up, hit that like button, hit that subscribe button. Thanks so much for stopping by, everyone. Let's see if we can get to 20 plus likes here before the second half, everybody. Pelicans coming out way flat in that quarter. Just absolutely terrible. This is just a poor showing for the NBA restart like that. Vegas VIX needs to be prepared for the storm. Yup, me and Vegas VIX is supposed to be getting hit. Pretty bad storm in our area. I think it's going to be... I think it's Wednesday at like 2 in the morning. If it hits at like 2 in the morning, that's bad. I hate storms that hit like overnight. Like any storm that hits like 2 in the morning, 4 in the morning, those are terrible. Rather have one like in the middle of the day or so, since it's not pitch black outside. I live in like a wooded area too. We're surrounded by all trees, and I live in like I live like really in the country. So the electric company, like during past storms, it hasn't come out for like a week to restore electric. I was without power in Hurricane Irene for 8 days. I was without power for Hurricane Sandy for 2 days. I was without power. And the thing about my town is that when we lose power, we have no running water in my town, because we run by well water in my town. So we have no running facilities in my town or anything. So we have to go over to like other people's houses or like to a community like YMCA and take a shower or so, because we have like no running facilities where I live, because I live like basically out in the forest, like one of the smaller towns in Massachusetts. So out of like all the towns in the state, we get served like we're like one of the last to get served by the electric company when the power comes out. So yeah, right now we're just on break. Pelicans just getting whooped around. Derek Favors, the only player so far with double-digit points at the half. He's got 10 points. Zion with only 6 points. 6 points as well by Brandon Ingram, just not lighting it up from the floor either. 7 points by Alonzo. Just not looking good so far. Pelicans in total 12 turnovers. There's been some really bad passes to nobody that's gone out of bounds in this game. It's been bad. Really bad. You don't want your starting five going minus 25, minus 20, minus 24, minus 22. That is not what you want to do on the court there for your starting five. Not at all. As far as the Clippers, leading the way, Kawhi with 18 points, 4 rebounds, 5 assists. 13 points by Paul George. Off the bench, Reggie Jackson having himself a game. He's got 15 points off the bench. Clippers bench points. They currently have 27 bench points right now. So 27 bench points is somebody just flew by right by my house pretty fast. Not sure if you just heard that, but somebody just flew by pretty fast at a high clip. Yeah, so 26 bench points for the Clippers. For the Pelicans right now, bench is struggling. 12 points off the bench. How do we take showers when we lose power? We have to go over to like our aunt and uncle sometimes in a neighboring town to do that and take a shower there. So that's what we do. Go to John's house. Well, I can't if you lose power too. Say if the whole town loses power, we can't. Because John lost power a couple of days ago because he lost it before his hockey stream. I didn't know. Because that was odd. A severe thunderstorm went to the northern part of town because he lives up towards like the northern part of town. I live kind of like towards like the eastern central part of town or so. So it hit his location. It was really odd. I left work and I live more like south. I live south 20 minutes from my house. When I go to work, I left work that day. It was 95 degrees out, and then I got back home and it was 75 with like massive thunderstorms. Yeah, come live in London. Man, it's just they wouldn't want to take me right now with everything going on in the U.S. They won't allow anybody from the U.S. to even come in. Crazy times we live in. Alright, so right now we're just at the half. I'm going to update scoreboard for everyone. We'll let everybody know what the scores are throughout the NBA currently. Just going to update this. Alright, so this is what we have for games so far. We're going to get that score for everyone up there. As I will transition this over to the score slide, as this is what we've had so far as games today in the NBA bubble. So we take a look at the NBA bubble scoreboard for today. Heat winners over the Nuggets, 125-105 the final. Jimmy Butler had 22 points, led Miami with a victory in that one. In the second game today, Oklahoma City Thunder, winners over the Jazz, 110-94 the final in that one. And in this game I'm calling, it is all Clippers here. In this one, 77-45, Kawhi leading the way with 18 for the Clippers in this one. And then Philly just got started against the Pacers, 14-11, as they're in the first quarter with 6:30 left to go in the first, as Joel Embiid has got 6 so far for the 76ers. TJ Warren, he's got 5 so far for the Indiana Pacers. So that's a look at the scoreboard, what's going on throughout the NBA. I'll be back later tonight as well, covering Lakers versus Raptors for game number 2 doubleheader. And then tomorrow, I'll be covering Celtics versus Trailblazers, 3:30 Eastern Time. And then after that, I'll be covering the late night game tomorrow as well, Houston versus Milwaukee, as we turn it back over. Alright, so we're just still at halftime, everyone. We'll be back here in a little bit as far as game and everything. How much is JaVale McGee going to score? I would probably go, I'll guess, probably 12 for today's game. I predict JaVale McGee would score. Uncle Pizzle is going to go to the 24-hour shop. Awesome. You guys get 24-hour shops there. We got convenience stores that's open for 24 hours at like select gas stations, if they do plan to do so. Pharmacies, of course, are open 24 hours. How gusty are the winds going to be? I'll let you know, man. I'll take a look at that, actually. I'm curious. I'm curious. I think it's like 50, 60 mile per hour winds, I think. Let's see here. I'm curious myself to see that. Wow. Tuesday's going to be a big weather alert day. Tuesday and Wednesday. Oh, geez. It's looking like 30 mile per hour winds where I am on Wednesday. And that might get pushed to even more. Hey, Chris S. Thanks so much, man, for stopping by. I appreciate it. My day's been going pretty well, man. Hope all is well. This game is a blowout, though. I'm trying to see if I can get like a weather map for you, Vegas Wicks, for and see what we got for that hurricane here. So I have no clue like what my streaming schedule is gonna be for next week. I plan on doing Celtics versus Nets as well on Wednesday, but I'm not even sure if I'm gonna have power by by that day, because we're going to have a terrible hurricane coming my way. Let's see here. Tuesday, Wednesday, I'll update you with that Vegas VIX. Tuesday is good as far as the day, it looks like. Tuesday night's bad. Yeah, it's looking like 45-mile-per-hour winds off of Nantucket on Tuesday. Nantucket, Martha's Vineyard, 45-mile-per-hour winds. Looks like 27 in Providence. Go into Wednesday. It's going right over Providence, basically, as far as what they have for the storm track, as far as the winds. They have it tracked right over Providence right now. That's looking, if it hits the land, that's going to be the good thing for Providence. If it hits landfall in like North Carolina and like New Jersey and other states before it gets to Rhode Island and Mass, that's going to slow it down quite a bit. So that can put it to like 30-40 mile per hour winds. But if it stays in the water, oh man, we're just getting crushed by this. Because if it stays away from like North Carolina, away from all the land completely, doesn't hit Florida when it drops down, we're going to get crushed. Because it's going straight for like Cape Cod's going to get crushed by this. Yeah, this is awesome for sure, Chris S. Like, everybody's been in here on the streams for, like, quite a while, which is awesome. We've been able to grab a bunch of new people as well on the channel, which has been great here. We had, like, a good amount of people earlier. It's just this game has been a blowout, so some of the people have signed off, but we've got quite a bunch of new faces here in the channel, which is awesome, like, past couple weeks. But for sure, these streams are absolute lit as far as the stuff going on. So yeah, just right now at halftime, Hurricane Sandy was the worst. Yeah, I hear you. For Rhode Island, I feel like it was worse for Rhode Island than Hurricane Irene. Hurricane Irene hit hard over here. Hit hard in Mass, hit hard up in New Hampshire. There were like, that went over New Hampshire and Vermont. So there were multiple roads that caved in up in like New Hampshire and Vermont. Because you're going all like basically up hills, up mountains. There were multiple spots in the Kangamingus Highway and Route 112. I don't know if anybody's familiar of it, but it's a scenic route in New Hampshire. It takes you straight through the White Mountains. And, yeah, that road caved in, like, in a bunch of spots from Hurricane Irene. Hurricane Sandy, though, that pounded the coast of Rhode Island. That was bad. Like, there were so many places in Rhode Island that got flooded by that. Alright, so we're going to get into the third quarter here, everybody, just a moment. Actually, we had non-mods earlier today in this stream, Chris S. So we actually had, like, non-mods here earlier in this one. Usually at the beginning, we have, like, non-mods. Probably towards the end, we'll get some more non-mods into the channel. We got quite a bit of new people yesterday, because I think I gained, like, 20 new people. That stream, Celtics versus Rockets, there were people from all over the world in that one. But yeah, it all depends on who covers this game. And I think there must be other people covering the game, that's why. Because it all depends on who covers the game, and that basically helps out as far as, like, who's coming back as far as viewers on the channel. And things like that, and who we gain as far as, like, new people coming on the channel. Alright, so third quarter coming up right now. 12 turnovers. That is a problem here for the Pelicans. First half, that happens to be the largest first half deficit in franchise history for the Pelicans. As the Clippers were just in full control in this one. It's been so sad with this game so far today. The Clippers led by 34 points. That is the largest lead so far. As we get back to action, Clippers and Pelicans now. Pelicans with the basketball as they're going to get first possession. Put up the jumper. It is up and it's through for two. 77-47. They're going to need a whole lot of this comeback here as they're down by 30. Top of the key three. Clippers. No good. Hit the front rim as that was a miss by Morris. Rebound over to the Pelicans. Pelicans here with the basketball. They have it at the top now, dribbling. Over to Ingram. Ingram going to take the jumper. It's up and through for 2. Yep. Say non-mod 10 times as fast. Yes, it is hard. It is hard. Not like saying mod. Clippers move it over. George going to take the 3. It's off the mark. No good. Rebound. Goes right back over to the Pelicans here. He gets rebounded by Favors. Favors puts it into the hands of Ingram. He dribbles left baseline. Ingram now makes his move inside. Try to dish it over to Favors. No. That is turnover number 13 today as that ball gets deflected. Clippers with the basketball right back. Clippers have it at the right wing. Dribble drive inside. Stop and pop. Kawhi in the key. Puts it too strong off the backboard. No good. Rebound back to the Pelicans here. Zion into the game. Into the lane. Puts it over around the perimeter over to Ingram. Passes to the top here. That's a 3 taken. It's up. No good. Couldn't connect on it by Holiday. Gets rebounded back over to the Clippers. Clippers basketball past half court. They dribble now. Left elbow George. George going to put up the jumper and he gets fouled. So Paul George coming to the line shooting 2 shots here. 10-12 left to go in the third. Paul George at the line shooting 2. Yeah, it's hopefully we escape with no major difficulties here, Vaughn, on Wednesday. I'm just hoping to be alive by Wednesday, basically, because we never go through hurricanes here in Massachusetts, and this one looks like it's coming right at us up here in southern New England. It's Mass, Rhode Island, and Connecticut that looks like they're going to be hit the hardest. Both of the shots go down at the line by Paul George, back to 30. Zion with the basketball, pro hop into the lane as Zion just runs over Clippers defenders. Paul George takes the charge and Zion out of control with the basketball, picks up the offensive foul. Zion just went pro hop right over Paul George and into the lane, just runs him over. 10 minutes left to go, third quarter. Clippers right back with the ball. Zubac moves it over to George. George with the basketball at the left wing. He is guarded by Holiday. Moves it over now into the hands of Kawhi. Guarded by Zion. Kawhi has it. Left baseline. Backing his way on Zion. Kawhi inside. Working on Zion. Kawhi just too good right there. Slithering underneath Zion for 2. 81-49. Pelicans with the basketball. Dribbling now. Ingram has it at the left elbow. Moves it back over to Holiday. Over to the front right corner, the front court. So they're going to move it back over now to the left wing perimeter. So they will dribble. Take the left baseline. Difficult shot. Gutted the fall though by Ingram. Still a long way to go in this one. 9:15 left to go in the third. 30-point lead the Clippers have. Morris dribbles. Step back. Jumper. No good from the right elbow. Rebound here by Holiday. Moves it over to Zion. Pelicans with the basketball. Zion's going to set it up as he backs his way. Low post. Zion into the lane. Floats it up and we get a foul. And it'll be a Clippers foul, they say. Clippers wanted the call to go to the other way. And Zion will go to the line and shoot 2. Oh, yeah. Sam from Sportscaster as well. Because he lives in Mass. The thing about it is he lives north of me, though. It's more like if you live like in southern Massachusetts, southern Rhode Island, you're gonna get hit really hard with this storm, I feel like, as far as what the tracks are saying right now. And if you live in either Block Islands, Nantucket, or Martha's Vineyard, yeah, just hope for the best during this storm, because it doesn't look good right now. First shot was a miss by Zion at the line. Second shot, it's up and through. Yeah, wow, what a close game. We got it by 29 right now in this one. Paul George has it. Dribbles. Bounce pass over to Zubac. Guarded inside, and it's going to be another Pelicans foul before the shot. Foul away from the basketball. Stops the clock. 8:45. Say non-mod 10 times as a tongue twister. Yep. When you keep on repeating it on a loop there. Kawhi with the basketball. He dribbles now. Right baseline. Going to put up a deep 2. It's off the mark. No good. Rebound Alonzo. Puts the ball past half court to Zion. Zion now inside. Moves it back outside. A 3 taken. Alonzo. No good. Brick off the mark. Rebound goes back to the Clippers. Clippers basketball now. Morris has it. As he dribbles at the top of the key. Puts it into the hands of Zubac. Zubac moves it over now to George. George with the ball, 8:15 left to go, third quarter. Bounce pass now. Right wing perimeter to Kawhi, takes the three. No good, rattled out. Offensive rebound, Zubac puts it up. And Zubac gets fouled. Too many blue jerseys in there. One of them picks up the foul. I think it's Holiday who was guarding him. And that's, of course, a total mismatch when you got Zubac, who gets the offensive rebound, 7-foot center going up against Giroux, who's 6'3", and Giroux picks up the foul. 8:07 left to go, third quarter. First shot's up, first shot. No good, missed that one. Yeah, it shouldn't be that bad. Since you live up in northern Rhode Island, this is going to be like a bad wind and rain weather event as far as the lower you are in Rhode Island. So it's going to be bad like Narragansett, South Kingstown, Westerly. It's going to be bad over there. Newport, Middletown. 81-52 as the free throws both missed by Zubac. Pelicans with the basketball as they go inside. Ingram will go to the line as he gets fouled in the drive with the right hand to the basket. So 2 shots coming up here by Brandon Ingram at the free throw line. Stops the clock, 7:56 remaining. If you're new to the channel, don't forget, hit that thumbs up, hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, everybody, as I cover play-by-play here on Behind the Arc Basketball on YouTube. But yeah, if you live in an area that's prone to flooding, that could be another thing to watch out for. This is probably going to dump like a bunch of rain, because I know quite a bit of places that's like prone to flooding where I live. The Fall River, where there's a Popeyes right at the intersection, and Fall River, that's always flooded. Both shots good at the free throw line by the Pelicans. Brandon Ingram's now got 12. 81-54 to score. 7:45 left to go. Corner three, got it. From the right corner right there as the Clippers knock it down for the trifecta from behind the arc. Put it back to 30. 7:35 left to go. Pelicans basketball as they hand it off from the top here by Ingram. Ingram dribbles, takes the jumper. This one's up. This one's good. Brandon Ingram hits it. 7.5 remaining. Third quarter. 28-point game. A blowout constantly in this one. Clippers basketball. Kawhi has it past the half-court logo, guarded by Alonzo. Kawhi at the right wing perimeter. Swings it over now to the right corner. Over to Morris. Passes back over to the top of the key. 3 straight away. Off the mark. No good by Beverly. Offensive rebound. Zubac couldn't put it up. But Zubac gets fouled from behind as Derek Favors picks up the foul. And Zubac will go to the line and shoot 2. Zubac in this game just crushing the Pelicans to the boards in this one. Whole Clippers just able to chip in as far as rebounds in this one. Yeah, so when's it going to be gusty for Wednesday? Yeah, it looks that way, most likely for Wednesday. Tuesday or Wednesday. We don't know the track. It looks like it could possibly be Wednesday. It might be Tuesday, though. It all depends on the track. Zubac hits both of them. Back to 30. Pelicans with it. Ingram passes over to Favors. Favors moves it back out on the top now. As they go Holiday. Holiday bounce pass over to the left wing perimeter. 3 in the air. Pelicans got it. From behind the arc, they're going to hit the triple there. That happens to be Josh Hart, who hits the three-point shot. 86-59 to score. Clippers with the basketball. If you guys enjoy what they do, hit the thumbs up, hit that like, hit the subscribe button on the channel. George, oh, nasty move right past Hart into the lane, though. He couldn't finish as he gets denied there by the Pelicans. Josh Hart, dribble drive inside, puts it up and in off the glass. That is what they need to do right there. They need more plays like that, able to get the block, go down the other end of the court and lay it up and in. There's the energy level. We've seen them totally flat in this game. If they can get more buckets like that, that will bring up the energy level for sure. George has it, takes the 3, knocks it down. That's a huge response right there. With a big-time shot by Paul George from straight away top. Paul George has got 21 points. He's made 6 3-point shots today. Pelicans right back with the ball. Trailing by a bunch of points. Ingram. Shot fake working on George. Ingram still has it at the top of the key. Brandon Ingram dribbles towards his right. And we got a foul. Ingram pushing off on George. Offensive foul by Brandon Ingram. And the ball will go back over to the Clippers. Stoppage in time now. Timeout taken on the court. 5:39 left to go. Third quarter here, folks, as we're going to go into a timeout. Don't forget, hit that thumbs up, hit that like, hit that subscribe. And we'll be back after this game tonight. Lakers taking on the Raptors for game number 2 tonight for my stream, as we are on Behind the Arc Basketball on YouTube. So talk about the long range today for the Clippers. That is what they've done. They made 18 3-point shots. They are shooting about 60% from behind the arc in this game. As we take a look, box score so far tonight in this one: 21 points by Paul George, making 6 3-point shots. Kawhi's made 2, as he's got 20 points. And then after that, 12 points by Reggie Jackson. He's made 2 3-point shots as well. And then Patrick Beverley, he's got 9. Marcus Morris with 9 as well. Pelicans, leading scorer in this game, Brandon Ingram. He's got 14. 12 points in this one by Derek Favors. Zion with only 7 currently. This game has just been a blowout from the start. Going to update the scoreboard as well. We'll take a look now inside the NBA scoreboard. What's going on throughout the NBA at the moment. We will take a look at that. This is what the scoreboard looks like, as we'll have the update for you guys right on this timeout. Alright, so still a blowout in this one. 89-61 currently. The Clippers have made 18 3-point shots in this game, shooting the ball 18 for 30. That's 60% from behind the arc. First game today, Heat won over the Nuggets 125-105 in a game that I thought that would have been close, but the Heat winning by 20. Thunder over the Jazz, 110-94. A lot of these games have been blowouts today. This one, for sure, certainly a blowout, as we are into the third quarter currently on a timeout with 5:25 left to go in the third. And the Pacers up against the 76ers now, as they just ended their first quarter, moving on to open up the second quarter shortly, as 35-29 Indiana leads with no Domantas Sabonis here in the restarts for the Pacers. And they are right now having a lead in that game over Philly. So we will get right back to the broadcast, everyone, on Behind the Arc Basketball on YouTube. Alright, so that is interesting for the Pacers game. Just going to take a look at that as far as if Oladipo is going to play in the restart or not. Let's see here. Yep, he was. So Oladipo plays in the restart. That is huge for Indiana. He played in the scrimmages. He was kind of on the fence leading up to the restart, whether he'd play or not. Played in the scrimmages. But Victor Oladipo, he is in the game for the Indiana Pacers during that one, as he is playing in the NBA restart. That is huge because they have no Sabonis due to injury. He is done for the Pacers. Yeah, what a game for 3-point shots for sure, Goody, as we welcome him back to the channel, as they are just lighting it up from the floor for the Clippers in this one. As we are back to action in this game, Clippers go to the free throw line, and they're going to hit the shot there at the line. 90-61 to score. Clippers with the basketball, taking a three. They got another one. 93-61, 3-point city. Paul George leads the way with 25, Kawhi with 20. Pelicans right back with the basketball. Pelicans going to take a three. It's up, no good. Off the mark, rebound to Kawhi. Clippers have it right back now. Kawhi moves it over. Right baseline. Deep two. Off the mark by Morris. No good. The rebound goes back to the Pelicans. Pelicans have it right back here. Takes it past the half-court logo. They are trailing by 32. Just unfortunate game for them. Left baseline jumper. Ingram off the mark. No good. Tipped around. A rebound by George. Paul George takes it up the court now. Clippers going inside. Moves it back to the right corner. Beverly has it. Pass over to George now at the right baseline. Guarded by Lonzo. George now, turn around on Lonzo, difficult, he got it. That's a tough looking shot there by Paul George, and he got it for a 3-point shot. Right around the perimeter, you gotta be kidding me with that shot for Paul George. 96-61 the score is. George has got 28 currently, he's made 8 3-point shots. That was a tough looking shot for sure. Turnaround right on Lonzo from the right corner. There's a steal. Carelessness with the basketball by the Pelicans. Kawhi going inside, gets fouled from behind. As Kawhi will go to the free throw line, shoot 2. If you guys enjoy what I do, hit that thumbs up, hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, everybody, as I cover play-by-play here of basketball and Behind the Arc basketball on YouTube. I'll be back after this one. Raptors versus Lakers for the late game tonight. Hopefully it's going to be a good one. Kawhi shooting 2 at the line. We got 4:04 left to go in the third. First shot's up, first shot's through. Blowout City. Paul George. 28 points. He's made season highs tonight for makes there with 8 made 3-point shots. He is just on fire here in a restart. He had 30 against the Lakers in the first game. Already with 28. Just phenomenal. Absolutely phenomenal here. If you have Paul George like this on a consistent basis as he checks out of the game now. Standing ovation by his whole coaching staff and teammates right now for Paul George. If he keeps on playing like this, the Clippers, man, they're going to be so tough to stop. I don't know who's going to be able to beat the Clippers. Kawhi with 22 hits both of them down at the line as Kawhi's still in the game for the Clippers. Pelicans with the basketball. 3:50 left to go, third quarter. They got it now into the hands of Melly. Melly looking around, passes over to Redick. Redick with it. Redick into the lane, jumper, puts it up. No good off the side of the rim. Rebound goes back over to the Clippers. LAC basketball. Clippers have it past half court. Kawhi dribbles. Kawhi at the right wing. 3 up in the air. He takes it. No good. Rolled around the rim and out. Rebound to the Pelicans. New Orleans past half court now. Frank Jackson with the ball, swings it back out around the perimeter. They have it at the left wing. This is Josh Hart. Passes over to the left corner. JJ off the mark in this one. And he's missed quite a bit of threes today. For sure, Bradley. Clippers on fire tonight. What a game as far as 3-point shots by them as they are done a phenomenal job. Morris going inside. Shot was blocked. Pelicans going to go and float up a shot. Like float up a 3 and running 3 right there as it was an air ball. This was wide open. Wide open to take the 3. It was an air ball, but it was also touched out of bounds by the Clippers. So Pelicans should be able to get this one back. This game stopped for a moment. We should be back. So yeah, we are back. Sorry about that. Internet popped off for a moment. We're good though. Both of those players, Montrezl Harrell, Lou Williams, averaging over 18, and they are not playing here. But yeah, if you guys just had a buffer, the internet just popped out for a brief moment, but we're back. 2:48 left to go. Timeout taken on the floor. We'll be back in just a moment here as we're on Behind the Arc Basketball on YouTube. If you guys are new, keep on smashing that thumbs up button. Hit that subscribe button, guys. And I'll be back after this game. We'll be covering Lakers versus Raptors, so feel free to stay tuned for that one. And hopefully shades of yesterday's game with the Mavericks versus Rockets, as this one is a blowout. It has been a blowout from the start. And it's a problem. Largest lead is 37 by the Clippers in this game today. And the problem for the Pelicans is turnovers. 16 turnovers. If you want to win the game, you can't turn over the basketball. And the Clippers, they've only turned it over twice. This is what I'm talking about here. Veteran-led squad. And they are just lights out from the floor. 20 made 3-point shots in this game for the Clippers. 20 for 34. 59% shooting from behind the arc. And look at these numbers right here, the box score. Paul George lighting it up from the city here for LAC. 28 points, 8 made 3-point shots in this game for PG-13. Kawhi Leonard, 22 points. Reggie Jackson with 12. And after that, Patrick Beverley with 9. And this is without Montrezl Harrell and without Lou Williams. And they are doing this right now, just abusing the Pelicans. So right now we're just on break. No Harrell, no Williams. And when they get both of them back, this team for sure is going to be dangerous. But yeah, right now we're just on a timeout. I'm going to go through a scoreboard for everyone as far as the updates going around the league. So this is what the scoreboard looks like for everyone as far as scores around the league currently in the NBA. So that 76ers-Pacers game, that one's currently in progress with about 9:40 left to go second quarter. That game is tied up at 40 currently between these two teams. As we will get back to this one just momentarily. Alright, so thanks so much everyone for stopping by the way. If you guys are new, first timer, make sure to hit that like button, hit that subscribe button if you're new, and turn on the notification bell if you like to be notified for future streams here on the channel. Also, hey Tyrone, thanks so much man for stopping by, man. It's all about the matchup, basically, as far. He puts out, that's the reason why Lakers beat the Clippers twice so far. Without their bench, Clippers, with a full roster, still can't beat the Lakers. He thinks Clippers are deep, just, the thing is, the matchup with AD, that's going to be the matchup to look for if these two teams go into the Western Conference Finals. Who will be able to stop AD? And that's why I have the Lakers right now with a slight edge over the Clippers. To go to the NBA Finals if I had to predict. But from Thursday night, the Lakers, that was a wake-up call there for the Lakers. It's only game one, but that was just a wake-up call. No Williams, no Harrell, and they only beat them by 2. So both of the free throws, Kawhi was just at the line as he puts his team to 100. He makes them both. 100-61. That is the score right now. As the Pelicans have the basketball, going to take the jumper. It's no good off the mark. Rebound goes right back over to the Clippers. 2.5 left to go here. 2.5 left to go in the third quarter. So we are back into action. Clippers with the basketball. Kawhi. Stop and pop into the lane. Put it up. No good off the back iron. Zubac gets a huge offensive rebound and they put it back outside. Another 3. Clippers take it. They make it. Reggie Jackson having a solid game himself. He's got 18. He hits it right there for the triple from behind the arc. Massive blowout. 103-61 to score. Pelicans take a 3. They're just forcing shots right now. Frank Jackson from behind the arc, no good. Rebound goes back to the Clippers. Paul George has it. Moves it over to Zubac inside. Ball deflected on an entry pass. It's going to go back to the Pelicans. Redick with the ball. Moves towards the top of the key. Now inside. Redick dribbling. Moves it back to the right wing perimeter. Over into the hands of Hart. Hart passes left corner. Frank Jackson, no good offensive rebound. Jackson Hayes there and puts it up. We got quite a bit of Jacksons here right now as far as in this game. Reggie Jackson, Frank Jackson, Jackson Hayes all in this game right now. So quite a bit of Jackson names here today in this one. 103-63. So Vaughn thinks MLB is going to cancel the season because they don't care about safety. Well, yeah, Rob Manfred said that he says that MLB is going to still try to truck through the series and just go straight through the series now. We got a timeout taken on the court, minute 4 left to go. Substitutions as Kawhi comes out of the game. Yeah, I just don't see the MLB making it through with all the cases they got right now. And the Marlins only playing 3 games so far. Pelicans take the 3 with under a minute left to go. Third quarter, they make it. 103-66. Yeah, as well as football, I cannot picture football going on this season. Corner 3, off the mark, no good by the Clippers. Rebound goes back to the Pelicans. I think he's still on Sportscaster, Vaughn. I haven't been on Sportscaster in a long time. I've done everything through YouTube recently. That 3-point shot a miss by the Pelicans. Rebound goes right back over to the Clippers. Clippers basketball. Hey, welcome on the channel. Cry to Cal. Thanks so much for stopping by, man. What is good? Welcome to the channel, bud. Right corner 3 up in the air. Off the back iron. No good by the Clippers. Rebound goes right back over to the Pelicans on a blowout game indeed. Massive blowout. 13 seconds left to go before the quarter finishes. Pelicans basketball. Frank Jackson moves it over to the left wing. As that is a 3 taken to Redick. He has had a cold game today. Misses that one off the back iron. Half-court heave at the horn. Oh, it was close. Clippers almost hit that half-court shot. As we end the third quarter right now. As the score is a massive blowout. At the end of 3. 103-66. All Clippers from the very start in this one. They start out this game 12-2 before Alvin Gentry took a timeout, and it was over from that point on. Clippers outscored the Pelicans 40-20 in the second quarter. That quarter wasn't that bad, 26-21. Clippers outscored the Pelicans, but that was throughout the second portion of the third quarter, was with Paul George on the bench. Looks like he's going to finish tonight's game here for Paul George with 28 tonight. So he's the leading scorer currently for the Clippers, 28 points, 24 by Kawhi. Reggie Jackson as well on the board. He's got 15 right now by Reggie Jackson. As far as the Pelicans, Brandon Ingram, he's got 14 today. Derek Favors with 12. Zion just a sloppy day here, 7 points. He's only got 14 minutes. J.J. Redick, really a sloppy day as well. 11 points, 16 minutes. He hasn't hit his... Well, he's 50% from three-point range or so for J.J. 2 for 6 from the floor, though, by J.J. in this one. But just rough game. Yeah, rough game, man. Rough game from the start for the Pelicans. Better luck on Monday. I'll be covering that game, by the way, on Monday, since that's a national game. So I'll be covering Memphis versus New Orleans. Huge game there. This is not good as far as the standings, though. Not good for the Pelicans. This is going to put the Pelicans all the way back to 12th position in the Western Conference to start out 0-2. And nobody wants to start out 0-2. Zion with a really rough game today. Zion 7 points, 14 minutes on the court. It's just unfortunate that they're putting him on a minutes restriction. I got to see more Zion. Like, way, way more Zion. You can't be playing 15 minutes a game with one of your best players in the team. With Zion. Can't be putting out the #1 draft pick out there with only 15 minutes per game and expect to win games. That's the thing. Never mind, they weren't competitive in this one. 103-66 at the end of 3. So after this, I'll be back for Lakers versus Raptors, so feel free to stop on by for that one. We're going to do a scoreboard update for everybody. So we'll take a look at the scores going around and through the NBA right now. So I'm just going to update the scores for everybody, and we will update what those scores are. Alright, so those are the scores going on throughout the NBA. Currently, 76ers up by 2 against the Pacers with 6.5 left to go in the second quarter. That game's in action there, as that is a good one. Joel Embiid almost with a double-double now. Not even at halftime. 11 points, 9 rebounds for Philly. T.J. Warren going off for the Pacers. He's got half of the points so far for Indiana right now. T.J. Warren with 21 points so far for Indiana's. The 76ers are up by 2. So that's just a little bit of an update there for the scoreboard as we're going to be moving on. Fourth quarter as we start off right now with quarter number 4 in this blowout. 103-66, Clippers with the basketball as they pass it to the top of the key. They got their bench players into the game. Shamet into the game now. Entry pass right into the lane. It's going to be an offensive foul for the Clippers. Zion still on the bench. He's only played 14 points. He might be done for the night, honestly, as the Pelicans are aiming for him lately to play like 15 minutes around that ball mark per game. And yeah, big struggle today for the Pelicans. 3-point shots. They're 7 for 27 from the floor. Clippers are 21 for 37. Lights out by the Clippers. Just too tough to stop today. Pelicans, no answer. They just came out way flat. Just terrible game to begin with for the Pelicans. And man, just better luck on Monday when they take on the Grizzlies. Because you don't want to be 0-2. Never mind 0-3 here in the restart. Oof. Red Sox, big oof for them. They're trailing the Yankees 5-0. Ouch. That's not good. Oh, man. Good old bullpen for the Red Sox this season. Jumper taking the right elbow as the Pelicans put up the jumpers. They got their bench players into the game now. The rookie from Virginia Tech, Nickeil Alexander-Walker, he hits it. Clippers take the 3. It's off the mark. No good. And we have foul here on the rebound. It's going to be Pelicans foul with 11:11 left to go, fourth quarter. So a lot of rookies out there right now for the Pelicans. Jackson Hayes from Texas, also out there in the court for the Pelicans. First shot, no good. Missed the free throw. So those two are out there as far as rookies with Hayes and Alexander Walker. Second shot at the free throw line. Clippers make it. They were fouled from behind the perimeter. .104.68 to score. 11:11 left to go. Fourth quarter. And the third shot is good as well as far as a free throw. Alright, so Pelicans with the basketball right back. Frank Jackson. Past the half-court logo. Hands it off to Alexander Walker. Moves it back over to Jackson. Jackson now, dribble drive into the lane. Left hand, couldn't finish. Tipped around and rebounded by the Clippers by JaMychal Green. Green going to take it up the court over to Terrence Mann, a rookie from Florida State. Passes around the perimeter. Three taken by the Clippers. Off the mark. No good. The rebounds goes back to the Pelicans. Pelicans with the basketball. They have it around the perimeter. Alexander Walker moves it over now to Melly. Moves it back over into the hands of Kenrich Williams into the game for the first time today. Williams into the lane. Put it up and he gets fouled. Yep. I will sign with the Red Sox to help out with the pitching. It's just unfortunate bullpen that's going on right now this season for the Red Sox, man. So free throws coming up at the free throw line by the Pelicans here. Kenrich Williams in this blowout game. 3.5 games behind the Memphis Grizzlies for the 8th seed, and this is not the game at all that the Pelicans wanted. It would have been even tougher if Memphis had won that game yesterday against the Trailblazers in overtime. That would have made it even worse for the Pelicans. And they're going to fall back behind Sacramento after this L today, as they're going to go to the 12th place team right now in the Western Conference after this one. Both of the free throws are missed as well by Williams. 10:25 left to go, fourth quarter. Open three. Clippers off the mark, no good. They missed it there by Green. Gets rebounded by the Pelicans. Alexander Walker got the basketball. He moves it over to Frank Jackson. Bounce pass. Over to Melly at the top. Melly hands it off now to Nikhil. Alexander Walker. He is guarded. Guarded by Shamet inside. Dribble drives. Nikhil got it for the bucket for two. Puts his team to 70 still. And a massive blown out in this one. Down by 35. Big oof today for the Pelicans in this one. Clippers with the basketball. This is not where you want to play. No Lou Williams. No Montrezl Harrell. And you got those two those two not playing in today's game, and you're still getting blown out by the Pelicans. This is bad. Ball stays on the back iron for quite a while there as they try to put up the shot in the low post, and couldn't go in. JaMychal Green in the shot. Ball got deflected out of bounds after it fell right out of the rim, as it was deflected out of bounds by the Pelicans, so Clippers will get it right back. Clippers inbound. Right away from the top of the key. They got into the hands of Green. Hands this one off. Swings it over to the left wing. Three. In the air. Money. Patterson hits the triple. Everybody making a contribution on the roster today for the Clippers. Same as like all season long. No matter what the lineup is. Different lineup every game. Doesn't matter. They'll contribute. And that's what's going on today. 9:20 left to go, fourth quarter. $9:20 remaining, and then we'll be doing Lakers versus Raptors right after this. So Clippers right back with the basketball. Going to take it past the half-court logo. Clippers swing it out to the right wing perimeter. Hands this one over now to Magruder into the game for the Clippers. Is going to move it over around the perimeter. Get their whole bench into the game. Three taken, and JaMychal Green knocks it down. Still got their bench and still dropping triples left and right. Pelicans right back with the ball. Frank Jackson with under 9 remaining. Jackson passes over to Melly in the low post now. Melly gets stripped and fouled with the ball. Stops the clock. 8:27. All right, 8:47. This is a rough game here. A rough game. From the start, it was 12-2 and it was never close. All right, Pelicans go inside. They're going to put it up and in for the back, off the backboard. That is good by Frank Jackson. The damage has been done a long, long time ago. Clippers with the basketball. They move it back to the top of the key, into the hands of Green. We got another foul. Another foul on the court. It's going to be offensive by the Clippers. Yeah, it's going to be offensive foul by the Clippers. So ball goes back to the Pelicans. Kenrich Williams will inbound it instead. Pelicans will take a timeout. So cool being interesting. So right now we're just on a break, everyone. 111-72 in a blowout that's been like this. This is a unfortunate game. Unfortunate type of game today. Oof, that's not good. Playing with injuries. AD, sore right eye. LeBron, sore right groin. Kyle Kuzma, right ankle sprain. All considered probable tonight for the Raptors. So, hopefully they'll all play, man. I hope they all play. They're going to need their best for their next game. Hey, welcome to the channel, Evan. Thanks so much, man, for stopping by. I'll be covering that game, by the way, for the next one. Lakers, Raptors. Hopefully that will be 10 million times better than this one. I appreciate it, man. I'm gonna go Lakers in a tight one for that one today. So I'll go Lakers, even though it looks like they're a little bit banged up for their game today. AD though, he played on Thursday night, and AD was more than ready for that one for sure. But I'm gonna go Lakers in that one in a really tight game. I think they're gonna have the upper hand because they already have played one game so far. As far as the Lakers, Raptors, their first game happens today here for the restart. But welcome in, bud. Thanks so much, man, for stopping by. I appreciate it. 8:26 left to go, fourth quarter. We are right now just on a timeout as the officials take a look at that. Hey, I appreciate it, man. Yeah, I'll create a new stream for the next one as well. So we'll go on a new stream for the next game. Huh. So we're back to action. Pelicans with the basketball as this game. Absolute blowout from the start. Pelicans have it. Frank Jackson dribbles around the right wing. Pass over to Nikhil. Goes inside on the dribble drive. Finishes with the right hand. So Nikhil Alexander-Walker, he's got 4 so far for the rookie for Virginia Tech. So we approach that 8-minute mark remaining. Clippers basketball. Clippers have it at the right wing perimeter, dribbling now. Passing it over top of the key into the hands of Patterson. Patterson swings it back out to the top. 3 in the air, halfway home. No good, though, as it rattled out. And the Clippers get called with a foul right there over the back. It's going to go right back over to the Pelicans. I'll take a look at that to see if there's anything listed on the report. He put out... He put out on the report. Yeah. He's not trolling. It's just he doesn't know. I'll take a look. So yeah, if ESPN doesn't have anything listed, I would go with ESPN. There's probably other... Yeah, so if Lakers don't have any injuries, yeah, I would go with ESPN for that one as the Clippers go inside. Tipped around and it goes out of bounds, but last touched out of bounds by the Pelicans. I actually found an article here. It's I don't know if it's like a reputable article, but it's by the Sports Rush, like 5 hours ago. It has the title, "Is LeBron James playing tonight versus the Raptors?" And then it says Lakers injury report featuring LeBron, AD, and Kyle Kuzma. Quote by this article by the Sports Rush: all 3 of these stars had reported some sort of injuries post the Clippers game. LeBron had an issue with his right groin, whereas Kyle Kuzma was dealing with an ankle sprain. As far as AD, there were concerns about how AD's eye was holding up post the injury in the scrimmages. That's what I just read here. It's another source. Oh, somebody tweeted out. Looks like a reporter, Ryan Ward, off of Twitter. Lakers Anthony Davis, sore right eye. LeBron James, sore right groin. And Kyle Kuzma, right ankle sprain. All considered probable for tomorrow's game. But he reported that at 9:14 p.m. yesterday. So I just read that off of an article here. It's off of the Sports Rush that they posted, like, I think it was like 5 hours ago. Alright, so we're gonna do a different stream. I do different streams for every game. So I'm gonna start up a new stream for the next game for Lakers versus Raptors. But thanks so much, man, for stopping by, finding my channel. I appreciate it. I'll be back for the next one. Awesome. So we're gonna go on a break in a little bit. 113 to 76 is the scores. I was going over that when I missed a couple thing and gave you guys the update. So 6:50 left to go, fourth quarter. We'll be back after this break, and so then we'll get to the next game right after this one. I'll take like a 10-minute break to fix the scoreboard and stuff. I have to put in all the scoreboard stuff for Lakers versus Raptors and then do it from there. Alright, so got like a scoreboard update for everybody. Those are the scores, what's looking on right now as far as this game, as it looks like this. And there's another game going on right now with 76ers taking on Indiana Pacers, currently leading in that one as they are up by 8 points with under a minute left to go before halftime in that one. I'm just gonna finish it, just so we finish what we started, just in case there's people that's actually like tuning in and things like that into the stream, and then I'm just gonna go right away to the next one right after this. We're on pace to start out like fine anyway, because we still have 20 minutes to 8:30, so we should be fine. We have like just like under 7 minutes remaining here. This game hopefully it goes by quick with like no fouls, and the Clippers just keep on like holding the ball and just taking time off the court. So I'm just gonna finish what it started here, but hopefully the fouls don't put us like over that 8:30 time, because this game's actually 8:30 for Lakers versus Raptors tonight. Alright, so Melly's going to go to the line. First shot by Melly. It's good at the free throw line. This just ain't what they wanted today for the Pelicans. Like, an unfortunate game. Terrible game for the Pelicans today. Clippers got the rebound off the second missed free throw. So we are back into it. Okay, so it's 113-77. That's the score right now. Clippers with the basketball. 6.5 left to go. That ball poked away. Stolen here by the Pelicans as they will jam it down. Two-handed jam. 113-79. 6:20 left to go, fourth quarter. Basically, all the reserves are in the game right now for both of these teams. So Clippers with the basketball over to Terrence Mann, the rookie from Florida State. Swings it over to Magruder. Goes out of bounds as the Clippers turn it over with 6:08 on the clock. Oh, man. Hopefully the next game will be much better than this. Pelicans with the basketball. They're going to take a three, and they make it from behind the arc. 113-82. That's the score right now. Clippers have it back here. 5:45 left to go. Corner three. It is up, and it is good from behind the arc by the Clippers in a just major game where the Clippers made a statement without Lou Williams, without Montrezl Harrell, as people were talking about. Pelicans have a chance. I saw that they could have had a chance here to be in the 9 seed if they had put Zion for longer minutes instead of putting him on a minute restriction, only playing 15. And oof, this game has been rough. Another foul. That's not going to help get into the next game in time. 5.5 remaining. First shot's up. First shot's through. Pelicans at the line. 5:34 left to go. Pelicans second shot by Melly at the free throw line. And Melly, no good, hit the front rim. Rebound to the Clippers now. Clippers right back with the basketball past half court. Clippers dribble right wing perimeter. Clippers now, free throw circle, going to put that one inside. Ball poked, deflected away as Jackson Hayes gets the steal. Melly passes over into the lane, and they're going to go with a layup up and in off the backboard, and there was a foul as well. So going to the line, shoot one is Kenrich Williams. It's a terrible game. Ugh. It's like one of those NFL games that's like 50 to like 10 at halftime, like the Saints versus Bengals a couple years ago. That was pathetic. Like some bad games. I'd rather call Mavericks versus Golden State with that game back in November right now, and that was a terrible game. That was awful. Yep, you'd rather watch water polo instead of this game. 116-85 inside, puts it up, tipped around, couldn't get it, and it's a rebound by the Pelicans with under 5 left to go. Williams has it, puts it back outside. Shot fake, dribble jive, too high off the glass, no good, but they tip it around and it gets rebounded. And they get another foul. Oh, man. They keep on playing with fouls here. If we keep on stopping the clock. Oh, wait, no. They're gonna race the bucket, actually. It's gonna be an over the back by the Pelicans, so the bucket won't even count. So over... Oh, wait, it will count. Over the back... So it will count, the refs are gonna say. So the refs mean about that. They say it's gonna count. Off the cutter. Clippers put it through for 2. Cubs are gonna start. So, of course, Alex, big Cub fans, puts out go Cubs go. 4.5 remaining. Gonna jam it down over the pass, over the top. And a blowout. Vaughn would rather watch poker rather than this game. Foul was before the shot, so they're going to actually say the bucket didn't count, and 2 shots coming up at the line by Nickeil Alexander-Walker. Yeah. Poker used to be on NBC, like, back when I was growing up around, like, the mid-2000s, like, early mid-2000s. Poker used to be televised over on NBC. Free throws at the line, Nickeil Alexander-Walker. He hits the second one, missed the first one. It's 118-88. 4:15 left remaining. Clippers with the ball, going inside. Hook shot, rolls around the rim. No good. Offensive rebound, going to put it up. No good. Tipped around. Rebound goes to the Pelicans here. So we're going to approach that 4-minute mark remaining. Pelicans right back with the ball. They dribble now, makes their move inside. Bounce pass into the key. Jackson Hayes gets around one defender. Lays it up and in. 4 minutes remaining, and why even bother taking the timeout, honestly, when we get another game after this? 118-90. Or actually, no, they're not. He was fouled. He was fouled there. He's going to go to the line, shoot 1. So that's why we stopped the clock. It looked like they were departing to go to timeout, but no. Free throw goes in by Hayes. That is good. 118-91. Under 4 remaining. Clippers basketball in a massive blowout. What? Marcus Smart fined $15K yesterday? You gotta be kidding me. That's ridiculous. Wow. Fined $15K by the NBA for comments about the officiating from last night. You gotta be kidding me. 3-point shot taken by the Pelicans. It's up and through. 118-94 is the score. Clippers with their reserves as the Clippers turn over the basketball with 3:19 remaining. Clippers turn over the ball. By the way, the Pelicans have outscored the Clippers here 28-15 in this 4th quarter. So, it ain't over, but it's still a long way to go. They're going to take a timeout right now. So 118-94 is the score. Yeah, so the Celtics took on the Nets back in March, right before the season was suspended. The Celtics were up by like something like crazy, like 30-something points or something like that. Dude, Karis LeVert in the fourth quarter of the OT just took control of the game, and man, it was a blowout, and then in the fourth quarter it was totally different. Not saying that this one's going to be like that, but Clippers have all their reserves in the court anyway. This game has been a blowout all the way, and I expect it to be a blowout throughout the remainder of this one. 42-point lead at one point by the Clippers in this one. Yeah, they shouldn't have to fine over that. That's ridiculous. That is absolutely ridiculous why they had to fine over that. Terrible. That is just unfortunate. So yeah, right now we're just on break. I'll be doing Lakers versus Raptors right after this, so feel free stopping by for that one. Hopefully it's going to be a complete 180 from this game, and hopefully we'll have shades of last night's game, but with much better defense than what was going on yesterday in that game. Blowout in this one today. Usually the NBA games for ESPN, for usually these types of games, they usually start late sometimes as well, like 15 minutes past the hour for some of the national games. So I think we got like quite a bit of time for some of the national games they do. I know ABC, they do like a 15-minute pregame and stuff. They even do like the NBA countdown like 30 minutes prior to the start of that. They always say like tip off is at like 8:30, and then they tip it off at like 8:45 for some of the stuff. But yeah, if you guys enjoyed the stream, don't forget, hit that thumbs up, hit that like, hit that subscribe button, everybody. Join me back for the Raptors versus the Lakers right after this. Hopefully a much better game than that one. I will create a separate video for that one right after the conclusion of this game. Yep, Mavs versus Houston. If you guys like a ton of points, that was the game to be at yesterday. That was the stream to be in yesterday. What a game. Went into overtime, and Russell Westbrook and James Harden just too good. Luka had himself a game. Porzingis went off. And Trey Burke, what a phenomenal job he did. It was just, man, that tipping by Covington. What a free throw to miss on purpose by James Harden. Covington comes from behind, tips it in, sends it into overtime. Crazy game. That was a crazy game. So later after this one, the Raptors, Lakers, and then tomorrow I'll be doing two games part of the doubleheader. So we've had doubleheaders past yesterday, today, and tomorrow I'll be doing the doubleheaders. We'll be doing Celtics, Blazers, 3:30. Rockets, Bucks. Hopefully another good one, as that one will be at 8:30. As we are right back into it, and I won't be going behind time because we'll be fine for that one. Pelicans hit the jumper. It's 118-96. This is closer than what it's been, but still it's a blowout. 3 minutes left to go, fourth quarter. Clippers basketball. The ball got tipped, deflected, but they still have it into the key. Gonna launch it up and a fall from behind. Stops the clock. 2:54. Free throws coming up at the line. First one's up and good by the Clippers. Second one with 2:54 coming up here by Jakeem Noah into the game, and he hits that one. 120-96. Pelicans with the basketball. Jackson Hayes tried to pass it off the cutter. It was intercepted though. Tipped and deflected as the Clippers get the steal. Here goes the Clippers now with the ball. 2:40 left to go, fourth quarter. Clippers have been in full control right from the very start. Have led straight from the getaway in this one. Top of the key three. Clippers hit the front rim. Offensive rebound. Going to put it up. No good. Offensive rebound once again by Noah. He puts it low post. They're going to dribble right back outside and take away some of the clock. 2:15 left to go. That shot's no good as the clock still rolls. That's what I like to see here. Just get this done and over with. Going inside. Frank Jackson missed the layup as we continue play with no fouls. As we are coming up on 2 minutes left to go. Clippers, 3, left wing, it's up, rattled out, tipped around, and the ball gets rebounded here by the Pelicans. Here we go, we're going quite a bit of minutes here with no fouls. Here we go. Shot fake, Pelicans, and of course we have a stoppage in time. Whenever I get into something, we have a stoppage in time. Minute 54. All you need to do, just get this game over with and continue to the next one right after. And Melly at the free throw line. Usually, I don't want games to end, but this one has been one of the rarities today. Just atrocious. If you had to rate the games, this game rating meter would be a 0.001 out of 10 on the rating meter. That bad. One of the worst. One of the worst games I've ever called here on the channel. As far as blowouts, I hate blowouts. Don't like types of games like these. So first shot was a miss by the Pelicans. Second one's up. Second one's through. Don't forget, if you're on the channel and you're new here, don't forget to hit that thumbs up, hit that like, hit that subscribe button, as we will be back for Lakers versus Raptors right after this game finishes. As I'll be on the call for that one. Hopefully it's going to be a much better game than this one. Clippers get fouled, so they're going to go to the line and shoot too. Yep, the Clippers have led this entire game. Clippers have led straight throughout this game. Pelicans have never led. This game was 12-2 in like the first 2 minutes or something like that. It got out of hand. Yep, it's been it for a long time for the Pelicans. It's been it basically since like halfway through the first quarter. Minute 47 remaining. It's been over for a long time. Hopefully these next few minutes just whiz right by, and then that's it. We have only a minute 47 left remaining. So that's it. Free throw is good by the Clippers. Pelicans with the basketballs. It goes back over to the Clippers off the steal. Clippers try to float it up, no good. Pelicans grab the rebounds. Yep, November 20th is when I called that Mavericks versus Golden State game. That was awful. I would put this game even lower in the scale than that one. Because that game we got a bunch of new people on the channel, and Luka went off in that game as well. Yeah, I definitely agree with you, Patrick. Clippers are on a whole new level. This game is like a 12,542.9858, 5648 there, as far as the scale. So, Pelicans finally got it to 100. We got 54 seconds left to go. And the Clippers will get the inbounds. Hopefully I'll be able to start. We got 50 seconds remaining. Maybe we will start in time. That would be great if we could do so. Clippers with the basketball into the lane. Gonna put it up, and that won't help towards me starting out in time. That's a foul from behind. You just don't want to foul with this blowout. You just want them to play basketball. Just let them score by this clip. And just move on to the next game. Hopefully better luck for the Pelicans on Monday. They take on the Grizzlies. I believe I'll be calling that game. I think that's the 6:30 one on ESPN. But nobody expected that the Pelicans would lose their first two, I bet you, and be like this. Nobody wants to start 0-2, but now they're in a deep hole trying to get that 9 seed. And it looks like it's going to be more favored towards Portland right now for the restart to be the 9. First shot, that one's good at the line. Clippers' second shot coming up here with 44.5 left to go. Oh, yeah, for sure. Even without Lou Williams and Montrezl Harrell, this team for the Clippers, they are still good. They are dangerous. Watch out. If they keep on playing like this, and because the Lakers got lucky on Thursday night. Lakers able to survive because that game was basically all AD and LeBron and a little bit of Kyle Kuzma. They got lucky. 31 seconds remaining. Pelicans take the 3. They make it. This game's been a blowout for a long time. Final 25 seconds. as the Clippers put up the jumper. They're going to go inside. They hit it. And they hit another jumper. That one's up. That one's through. So that is the ball game. 126-103 the final. Alright, we're going to end the stream right now. Feel free. Join me back for the next one. I'm going to end the stream now. And then we will get to the next game, everybody. As we have Raptors versus Lakers. Starting in about 5 minutes. As this is Behind the Arc Basketball on YouTube. Feel free to join me back versus with Raptors versus Lakers in 5 minutes, everybody. On a separate video. Don't forget to hit the like, thumbs up, and subscribe. Everybody signing off. Feel free to join me back in a little bit.